Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome to the Anime Mystics Podcast, episode 41.
Oof,
I'm Roman,
I'm Steven Sonosuke-sama.
and well, it's not going to be the full lineup, but it's our end of season wrap up.
Yes.
Everything is pretty much coming to a close. By the time of this recording, God of High School ended,
hmm
but ReZero, the first half of ReZero Season 2 is going to end on Wednesday. So we're just going to wait on those two until the next time, and yeah, that way we don't have to rush watching God of High School and you know trying to get something put together.
Right. Kind of absorb it, take it all in, see how it ended. Roman has pointed out some differences to me, the changes they did from the manhwa to the anime, so it'll be curious to see how they wrap it up because it seems like it's kind of a condensed ending in God of High School.
Yeah, and I only know about the differences because of people on Twitter
Okay.
because I was reading comments, which I should learn not to do. But you know,
It's hard.
like I was reading comments today, nothing spoilery,
Yeah.
but people weren't happy. At least the manhwa readers weren't happy.
Okay.
But welcome to us manga readers' lives, okay? Where your anime adaptation does not live up to its expectations. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying it, so because I don't read the manhwa.
Right, same. Right? When you take away all the manga aspects and just enjoy it for what it is, sometimes it's just like blissful ignorance.
Yeah,
Like, well, that was great in the anime until you told me how it changed. Now I don't like it anymore.
right. Which I will be. I'm going to be doing something like that. I did tell you I was going to read the manhwa to see what they changed,
Okay.
and I think we'll probably do like a comparison.
Okay.
I'll either do a video or we can just do it on the podcast, one of the two.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, from what I understand, they ended at like chapter 110 is like what the final episode reaches as
Okay.
far as the manhwa. So they condensed that much into 13 episodes, which was one of the complaints is that they should have made it 25 or so. But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Tower of God didn't get 25, so you get to stick with your 13 episodes.
I know you said no spoilers, but let's just say what the ending's going to be. It's going to be you, Mita, just shoving Jin out of the ring and costs him the match.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna get the key.
Never going to let you go, Rachel. Never going to forgive you.
One little act, and she's just forever cursed to be a horrible character.
It's just a meme. The meme
Yeah,
of bad villain. Not even a villain. I wouldn't call her a villain. Just a bad person.
yeah. I do want to remind everybody that I never liked her. So.
Really, even when she was just like, "Oh, Bomb, we'll be together. I'll always protect you."
Yeah. Even then.
Wow. So you had a hunch because that's what you were saying in the comments. You were like, "I never trusted Echidna." So are you like, you just don't trust these people, or?
Uh. Well, if you want me to get into a little bit of it, seeing as how we're going to be waiting 2 weeks before we get to ReZero. Like with Echidna, she was just always too nice.
Okay.
It was just a little like
Suspicious.
suspicious that she was constantly helping him.
Yeah.
Uh,
No price, no cost.
yeah, she did give what was it like one price was the handkerchief that what Petra
Yes.
gave him,
Yes.
but it wasn't like the actual one. It was like what the sentimental value or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because we'll discuss that when we actually
Right.
get into the show in 2 weeks. But yeah, basically there was just something about her that just didn't sit well. You
Okay.
know?
Okay.
She was too nice, I think is what it was.
All right. All
You
right.
see those characters that are too nice, and then you're like, what are you hiding? Like Hans from Frozen.
Well, he was the seventh one from the throne, so you got to make moves, man.
Yeah, but he was too nice.
Yeah.
And what happened? He ended up being the villain.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was just something about her. And Rachel, I just didn't like her. Like there was just something about her I just didn't like. Like, it started when she was just avoiding him
Mhm.
throughout the entire series. Like, I understand you wanted to leave him behind and everything, but now he's there, and maybe you two should work together to try to get to the top of the tower.
Right.
But no. I mean, we find out later why, but even still.
Okay. So Roman's got his reasons.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So
Yeah,
and we haven't even started yet. That's already an in-depth intro. This
right?
is great.
Um,
But that's what you guys can expect for the rest of this episode and the next episode as well. In-depth conclusions to this season.
yep.
So, and there will be shows that both of us have watched that the other haven't been watching. So, for those, you're best off watching Roman's individual reaction videos for his thoughts on those.
Yeah.
So, which you should be, regardless if you hear this or not. But yeah,
I believe the only one that I was watching that you weren't was Muyo to Ryoji,
correct.
and that ended last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So the video for that will be coming up. I got it rendering. It should be done by the time I get home, and I'll be able to have it uploaded. Probably schedule it for a different day though,
Cool.
because I don't want to release like 10 videos in one day.
Yeah.
And then have nothing for the rest of the week.
Fair. So,
Which is basically what I've been doing lately. I've just been scheduling them throughout the week, like 2 or so videos a day.
yes.
So yeah.
Well,
And I still got to finish editing Konojo. Like I finished watching it,
yeah.
but I haven't finished editing the videos. I just did episode 6 yesterday.
Halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there. Which I think this is the episode where Ruka is introduced.
Best girl. Best tragedy.
Tragedy, yeah.
Look how they did my girl dirty. Man. Although I will admit, and we'll get more into this in a bit, but Sumi definitely grew on me. I was kind of suspicious, but then she came out. I was like, oh, how can you be mad at this?
Right.
So, oh man.
Okay, well, it was an easy job for was it Rie Takahashi? Was she the one that
Takahashi Rie, yeah.
Because she didn't really say much.
Yeah, just kind of grunts and groans.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest paycheck.
So yeah, we only got 3 shows to discuss today. Misfit, Uzaki, and Kanojo.
Yes.
And we'll just talk about as much as we can. Maybe discuss the season as it was going on.
And I'm gonna rely on Roman to fill in any blanks that I missed for these shows. But yeah, and maybe a victory lap during Uzaki-chan. We'll find out.
Yeah, find out when that happens. Well, I pretty much already gave you my update that I got videos rendering, and they'll be up throughout the week. So that was my update.
Yes.
Nothing on One Piece. So yeah, just keep waiting.
Check out the Discord.
Yeah, check out the Discord.
That's where I think information is flying fast and heavy over there. People have been sharing images and mangas and recommendations and FGO spam. So it's picking up. So and I love it. I think it's great. So everyone has really good stuff to share. So I appreciate it. I'm having fun over there. So yeah, be sure to pop in and say what's up.
Yeah. Same with the what do you call it? The watch parties.
Yes.
Come hang out during the watch parties, which I think we still got to pick a show for this time.
Yes. What'd you think about Blend S?
I thought Blend S was funny. I might finish watching it.
Okay. All right.
Since I did watch the first 4 episodes, I probably won't do a reaction.
Okay.
So I might just do a review for it.
Okay.
Give like a test run for when I do the reviews for next season.
Cool. Yeah, it's worth it. It earned its hype, and you want to talk about shows that deserve a second season?
That's one of them.
Oh, that's absolutely one of them. Especially when Hideki, the one that made the most impact out of all the characters, is the one that basically got sumied. Just like shows up on episode 10, and then it's just kind of like, oh, okay, and then the series ends.
The Trap, right?
Yeah, it's the Trap.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, for sure. Yeah, stay tuned to Discord and YouTube for what we decide on next for the watch party. But
yeah, we still got to pick something. Is our next watch party after that one would be after Halloween, wouldn't it?
No, I think we have time to do. I think the week right before Halloween.
So our watch party would be the 8th, right? Yeah. So it would be the 22nd is when our watch party after that would be.
So on the 22nd, we're gonna do something spooky.
Yeah, we should do a Halloween
Okay.
themed
Okay.
watch party.
All right. Offline, I was talking to Roman about was it Blood Sea, with the bunnies just killing the whole high school, and they just put it to like happy-go-lucky music and like la 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 prancy music, and I'm
Happy
all
Tree
like,
Friend
yeah, and I was like, that's what we should be watching. And and I'm gonna be that guy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be hipster and be like, no Hellsing. It's too obvious, man. Maybe Vampire Hunter D, sure, but Hellsing.
Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah, you remember that?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I got both of them.
Really? Oh, another invention. I remember watching the original on Sci-Fi. I don't remember it at all. But then there was the second. Wasn't that like Bloodlust?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that one I think I have floating around, and that one I saw. '03, I think, 2003. So I remember watching it, but same thing. I don't remember anything about it. So I'm not opposed to watching it, but yeah, definitely some of Yoshitaka Amano's best work outside of Final Fantasy.
I have a few of the, I guess they're light novels.
Okay.
That's like one of the few I actually bought light novels for. It was the only other media they had.
Okay.
Until I think I forget, like it's sometime in the 2010s where they started releasing a manga.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one volume per book or something, so it was really condensed. But they got the major points, I think.
Was this a reprint or a remake of the manga? Was it a completely new thing, or were they just taking the like old stuff and just putting them all in one giant book and selling it? Remember?
I don't ever remember a manga
Okay.
before this.
Okay.
So I remember I was buying the light novels. I had up to volume 8, I think. Then I saw at the comic shop, which is actually the name of the comic book store around here. They had the manga, so I bought I think the first 4, and it's basically just the first 4 volumes of the light novel in manga form.
Didn't it get a 12 episode anime though? Wasn't there an anime? Was it real quick
No,
or?
but they've been saying that there's going to be one.
Okay.
But I think it's all going to be CG.
Okay.
So as long as it doesn't go the route of Berserk, it should be good.
So funny enough, I'm not going to run complete defense for the Fist of the Blue Sky, the one that came out like last year, 2 years ago.
Right.
That one was also completely CG, and it did absolutely lose some of the charm, but it was still Fist of the North Star. But yeah, there was a lot lost in translation when it went from anime to CG. So yeah,
I mean,
definitely not the
if they
same.
get the studio that did Beastars, that was all CG. It might be pretty good. I don't know the name of the studio though. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting there's a laptop in front of us.
Yeah, it's the Magic Box. Yeah, but I have never seen Beastars. That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and I think the second season comes out in January as well.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of shows on Netflix that I need to catch up. But I haven't even seen Fate Extra, and Fate Extra is on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, isn't it? It is, huh?
Yeah, and they did like the first 12 or 24 episodes? I think 12 episodes, and then they just finished the series in a movie.
Oh, did they?
They just got lazy.
Orange is a studio.
Okay.
What else did they do? Black Bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Hoseki no Kuni.
Oh, okay, so the Rocks.
Yeah.
The Rocks anime.
What else is here? Active Raid. I never seen that one.
I think that was the military one.
Looks kind of military-ish. They did a few things here, but nothing that I really watched, except for Beastars. I've heard of Black Bullet and the Crystals. I've heard of that one too.
Black Bullet, isn't that Shonen Jump?
I think so. Yeah.
So the TLDR of it is stuff's happening. We got stuff coming down the pipe. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm curious. Maybe we'll ask that too. We'll ask that in on the channel, and we'll ask that in the Discord about what people think about Halloween shows. And it doesn't even have to be like a whole thing. We can even do maybe a longer session, like a 3 hour thing, or start earlier or end later and do like a couple things, like an episode of something and then like a movie or something, or 2 episodes of something in a movie, or 2 episodes and 2 OVAs. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to mixing and matching, doing a variety, spooky stuff. Or maybe we'll just watch one of the Resident Evil CG movies.
Oh yeah. I know they got the show coming out now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. So look forward to that. And then in the meantime, we still got to figure out what we're gonna do for the next one.
Yeah.
That's that'll be coming down the pipe.
Funny. I was reading the comments to that Resident Evil series coming
Mhm.
out,
Mhm.
and there's people in there, I guess, who've never seen the movies because they're like, I would watch this if it wasn't CG.
You know, bless Mila Jovovich. She actually, she loved doing them, and I think she's married to the director, the producer, or something. She's married to someone. That's why they kept like making them and putting her as the star. Just kind of like, well, I'm married to Mila Jovovich. I know she ain't doing nothing, so she could just do it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So they were dumb
Okay.
fun movies. You can't take it too serious. Yeah. But
I
yeah.
suppose.
All right, Betty, Beatrice over here.
That's right.
The Resident Evil movies were okay, I suppose. When it was a Digazari, I don't remember. See, those inchworm memory of mine. But anyways.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about channel updates?
I think that's about it.
All right, that's the case. Tell me about Anos. What did Anos do in his conclusion?
Oh, you didn't watch the last
No, I
episode?
did. I did.
Okay, I was
No,
gonna
just
say.
go ahead, break it down for me. So, and when it comes to Misfit of Demon King Academy, I was telling Roman in prep for this episode that he was probably paying way more attention than I was. I think I started really paying attention to the last 3 episodes, and whenever Anos' mom was on the screen, and his dad was pretty cool, so I'm not going to take anything away from his dad. His dad was pretty good. But Roman is the one that actually seemed like he was following the lore and the story and all the betrayals and the alliances, so I defer to him. So go for it, fill us in. What happened?
All right.
What'd you think?
Well, I was wondering if they were going to make a second season, but it looks
Mhm.
like they kind of wrapped it up pretty
Correct.
neatly.
Correct.
Like it doesn't look like they even really need one.
Yeah.
But they can make one if they wanted to.
Right.
But if they didn't, it's got a pretty solid ending, I think. Everything was pretty much resolved. The rest of the demons seem to realize that he's the demon king now. But basically, I guess what his name's Lay.
Yeah.
I prefer calling him Ray, but whatever. Um, he ended up being Canon, the hero, who resurrected himself as a demon so that he could wipe out the humans because they, as he put it, they're weak.
Right.
Basically, they backstabbed him because what's his name, Jurgo, was so hell bent on revenge against the demons that he was even willing to kill the hero to get it. So he resurrected himself as a demon, took over as the Demon King. I think basically his plan was that he was going to die to kind of bring peace again. Like he was going to basically do what Anos did the first time around. He was going to let the humans kill him so that they would all see, oh, the Demon King's dead. Now we can all have peace again. Not realizing that whatever that teacher's name was, the one that really, really hated demons
Mm-hmm.
because he was I guess a part of a spell that Jurga created that had all of his hatred in it.
Right.
Was just like, no, that's not good enough. We're just gonna wipe them all out because that's what they deserve. So they had all these clones that were just set to self-destruct and wipe everybody out. And yeah, they had to stop it.
Yeah, see, I didn't catch any of that. And it's fascinating that you extracted all that information because it went by so fast. I was all like, yeah. I know like the clones, and I know that they have the ability to self-destruct,
Mhm.
and I like how they got a happy ending.
They,
It's like,
they
oh,
became his parents' grandchildren.
yeah,
I mean,
well, 10,000. But yeah, all that stuff. I think the dude's name was like Emilio or something, right? Emilio something.
the teacher?
Yeah, the teachers, the from the human side, from the Humans Academy.
Man, I don't even remember that dude's name.
But yeah, and then on top of that too, you going back to the Human Academy too, because we haven't talked about this in what, almost a month now. What happened to those guys? Where the hell were they in these last episodes? They just kind of came in, they were talking smack, running their mouth, they got whooped, and then they were like, when the world is about to end, where were they? They were all the reincarnations, or the was it? My friend called them the break bar, because he was like, Canon has 7 break bars. So it's like, yeah, like the 7 virtues or whatever of canon. Where the hell did they go?
I actually don't even think they were. I think Anos was right that they weren't even resurrections of him.
Wow.
Because when he was fighting Canon, he had all 7 of his sources.
Right.
Um, I'm pretty sure the sources that he had were all in the 7 demon lords, the ones that were like in charge of all the royal houses and stuff like that.
Right.
I think he had his sources in them, and then when he needed to pull them out, he would just take them back. These guys, I think, were just being brainwashed into thinking they were his sources, and he was using them to try to, uh, you know, wipe out demons because I guess they were the strongest out of the school.
I have a feeling that we're missing a lot of context with those guys. Like, if they're the sources of the hero, like they should have. Because you saw when Kanan went up against Anos 1-on-1, like he actually went pretty good. Like he cut him a couple times, so he actually could go pretty toe to toe with him. So I feel like if this was the manga or the light novel, the 7 hero dudes and dudettes
Right.
would have put up a better fight, or they were described as being better fighters. I feel like they were too nerfed in the anime.
Though the ones that they were fighting during the test.
Yeah. Like they used scum techniques. I'm not gonna debate that, but I feel like they also got hella nerfed.
Well, I mean, look at who they were fighting.
Right. Right.
2 of them were up against Anos.
Yeah.
One was up against actual Canon.
Yeah.
the little kid.
Yeah.
Who like talked the most trash out of everybody.
Correct.
Him and the tall buff dude were the 2 that like to run their mouth.
Right.
And he went up against Sasha. Like none of them had a decent fight.
Right. Exactly.
Because they just mismatched.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's too much Shonen Jump. Maybe it's too much Boku Hero Academia. And it's just like, I just feel like they got super nerfed that it wasn't even worth it. Like all this hype and build up, and it's just kind of like, eh.
Well, I also got to remember, like, sure, they were supposed to be pretty tough.
Right.
But when they were fighting against that other group, the 3rd years?
Yeah.
They were cheating and using, holy water to weaken them.
Right.
I mean, which also made me go, what is up with you humans? Jesus.
I know, right? The humans are the biggest scumbags.
Yeah. And you're just using horrible techniques here to try to prove that, you're better than the demons and you should wipe them out?
Yes, it's because they hate the demons so much they gotta cheat.
Yeah. They're just going to cheat, use holy water. Home field advantage.
It's because they just hate them so much. They're just gonna cheat to win. It's like, ooh, those damn demons. Ooh, they're the worst.
And all that hatred was only because of the spell that Jurgo had.
Him too. He also came out of nowhere too, and I'm all like, how did this guy have so much influence? I feel like there was a lot of context cut out of him too.
There probably was. I mean, I don't know how much they cut out of the light novel.
Right.
I'll have to read it one day, but I'm pretty sure they might explain it a little better how I guess he became law.
Yeah.
Basically of the world.
Yeah, it's like he was just there, and he was the instructor of canon. Okay, cool. But again, he's not canon though. He's not the main character. So it's like, all right, who are you again? Oh, you're like the second in charge, not even Cannon himself. So everyone just kind of disregards everything Cannon did. They're like, oh, well, there's Jericho guy. He's pretty angry. Should
Right?
listen to him. Ooh, give him all our spirit energy.
This angry dude seems to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, just look how angry he is. Ooh. So again, that's what I'm saying. It could be the issue of just condensing all of this information into 12 episodes and kind of giving it a equal rushed package. We even had the grand finale dual strike of the two main characters.
Yep.
You know, so Goku and Vegeta basically go and they beat up Broly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that actually happened, but that's the best analogy I can use.
Well, they tried. It didn't work.
Okay.
They had to fuse. So yeah. Well, they did Misha and Sasha. So
yeah, that was actually. I think that was the highlight too. It was all like, I'm Team Misha, I'm Team Sasha, and then they merged. They were like, well,
I'm Team Aisha.
Yeah.
That's her name, right?
Which one?
Aisha.
Aisha.
I think I read that on the wiki.
Okay.
That she's considered called Aisha or something.
Works for me. That's how you end the waifu wars. You just fuse them together. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
All right. And everybody was like, I like this design.
I mean, she was cool.
Yeah. That came out of nowhere, but that was a good play.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, it was. I liked it. I thought it was a really good ending. And like I said, it ended in a way where it's like, you don't really need to continue it. But if they did, I mean, I guess they could come up with somebody else to try to take over.
Someone else that's even angrier. Ooh, an even angrier human. Ooh.
Well, from what I read, because like I said, I was reading the wiki.
Yeah.
After the series was over, so I didn't, and I don't know if it's getting a second season. And by the time it does, I might have forgotten by then. So, from what I read, it does continue past that. There's still like a bunch of people that don't believe he's the demon lord because he's not pure blood. So still a bunch of prejudice going on about him being a half breed.
So everyone knows that Anos came back, and everyone just saw Kanon came back, and they're still like, I don't know, looks like fake news to me. They did just smash a whole bunch of hate, but and the demon army seems to be kneeling before him and taking orders.
Yep.
But I don't know. I read something on Reddit, on the demon Reddit forums, that makes me And then the Hero-chan boards, those guys on Hero-chan. Yeah, oof. Makes me wonder. Might not be canon.
I mean, they have telepaths there. They can read minds.
Yeah. I would have been convinced the moment Canon just cut Anos, and I was like, works for me. This dude been snapping his fingers, making dudes explode. No one can even get close to him. And then this guy, I keep calling him Arthur Prototype. Arthur Prototype over here comes up and cuts the dude, and I was like, I'm convinced. No one has even gotten that close to Anos. And this dude did. And I was all like, yeah, okay.
And then you notice that Anos did the same thing he did 2,000 years ago? Sacrificed himself in order to bring about peace again?
Yep.
He's like, I'm just doing what you wanted to do. I'm just taking your spot. So I'll let you kill me again.
Good guy, Anos.
And then he comes back like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. That big sacrifice I did? Just kidding.
He's like, what, do you think you're going to kill me because you destroyed my source? Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, I thought that was a very fate moment, like people die when they are killed. So, like, did you think that killing me would make me die? Like, okay. All right there. All right, Shido, calm down.
But yeah. Was there anything else that you missed or think you might have missed or something you're confused about? Or...
Like I said, I think that the ending, the last 3 episodes, basically wrapped it all up. And another issue too that they kind of consolidated too was how willing everybody was after the Hero and Demon Academy test went, and how everyone is just all like, I'm the guy, I'm the Demon Lord, the army marches, and everyone's all like, sounds good to me, get your armor, guys. And then I just kind of marched, and I'm just like, wait, what? Like there's no one does fact checks or anything, or I don't know, yeah. And then Um. Also, I might have missed something about how Sasha and Misha powered up so good because ever since the Hero Academy, they've been like whooping. Like they were like really holding their own. And usually from my previous experience, characters like those are usually just created to like give the heroes someone to come rescue. We call them the Nami from One Piece.
So Nami don't need rescuing.
Oh yeah. Okay. But yeah, that was kind of like that caught me off guard too.
I think I think they got their power up when they went. What was it? That one test where they're going through his castle,
Hmm.
and he gave Misha that ring that enhanced her ice abilities, and he gave Sasha that
The cloak.
cloak that enhanced her fire abilities.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's what gave them their boost.
Okay.
Um,
Because yeah, from like the rest of the season or the rest of the series, they were just holding their own.
hmm
And there was even a couple of scenes where like Facebook and social media pointed out that Sasha actually was like cosplaying Anos. She was all quoting his lines and everything, trying to be like all badass like him. So they were like, "Where did I hear that before?" And then they were like, "Oh yeah, Anos said it or did it."
when? Which episode was this?
So literally, when she was having her fight with the big gorilla guy, the dumb guy,
Oh yeah.
and then she actually when she was hovering all of that, and then the line that she spoke down to him before she nuked him, that was actually something that Anos had said.
Huh, nice.
So
I'll have to go
someone,
back and check that.
yeah, someone caught that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's quoting Anos. She's cosplaying Anos now," and I'm like, "Wow." So I get it. I'm not hating on Sasha either. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I think Misha just kind of just puts the edge right there. But yeah, no hating on Sasha, not at all. I like Misha a little bit better. Maybe it's the design, maybe it's the moe thing. It could be also be because of Scotty and Monster Girl Doctor. The whole like cute little short-haired girl thing was like really in the season for me. I don't know. Uzaki-chan too, I guess. So yeah, it was like those three right there. So
Except
yeah,
Uzaki was far from shy.
no, well, we'll talk about that in the last episode. But yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's nothing on hating on Sasha and all that. And then Sasha did tend to hold her own, or at least be more confident than Misha was. But yeah,
hmm
but yeah, um,
And when she was, and Misha was there to help. They were helping each
as fusion twins ought to do.
other.
Um, but yeah, no, that's basically it. Like I said, the first half of the series is just kind of like, eh. It was all character introduction, really, and kind of world building. But then it was like starting on like around episode 6 or episode 7 till the end. It was just kind of like, oh, rivals, and then end. And I guess I'm just like kind of like when the series established such huge power gaps between like Anos and like everybody else, when these guys like rose up and stood up against them, I'm all like, how? That's where I kind of got confused. But and I think I asked this too when we were talking about this a while ago, where it was all like, how did Kanon finally just overpower uh Kanon? And he's all like, but and Anos admitted to killing Kanon a couple of times, but Kanon kept coming back. And I'm all like, did he just resurrect himself like Ano style? Is all like, oh, you thought you killed me just because I died? Oh, and I'm like, that's also something that you don't have, like Dragon Quest, for instance. Dragon Quest always is like, oh, the legendary hero, right? Slays the Demon King and all that, right?
hmm
So it's always one sided. It's always the hero slays the Demon King. But in this instance, the Demon King slayed the hero? That also kind of threw me like, what?
Multiple times
Yeah. So it wasn't like Ano's 0-2. It was more like Conan like 2-7.
too.
So
Yeah, I don't know. From what they were saying, Shannon was just able to resurrect himself as many times as he wanted with all of his memories and everything, because he was a lot better at it than Anos was. Um,
yeah, because it was like healing magic is more of a hero thing or a human thing. Is that what? I
yeah,
can't
something
remember.
like that. Because I mean, even in the final episode, what was it? Jurga kept saying, "Oh, you're twisting around what holy magic or whatever that." And like, oh, I'm just using your magic. But yeah, Kanon was just a lot better at resurrecting himself than Anos was. Um, sorry, cat.
Catapult.
Um, but yeah, I don't think the only time I think Kanon ever actually killed Anos was when he let him.
Right.
Both times.
So 2-7.
Other than that, I think I don't know how many times Anos actually killed Kanon before he was like, you know what, I'm tired of this. Let's just kill me so we can start peace.
He
And I'll
had
come back in 2,000 years and see how things are going.
he had that witch of envy power right there, returned by death.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. Don't worry, we'll get back. We'll get to that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll get to there. So, but yeah. All in all, though, like I said, not having seen like Overlord, even though I know that this is more fantasy and Overlord is isekai fantasy comedy. Um, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think it's motivated me to watch Overlord. But I will admit that the ending for me was a lot better than the beginning and parts of the middle. But yeah, and I think too, sometimes when these shows like this, they're more focused on like being these big grandiose world building loophole, which is the loophole that allowed me to loophole. I just kind of like lose it. So that's I don't know why I can't explain it to you. Maybe it's because I come from that Fist of the North Star world, which is like if you hate OP characters, why do you like Kanshido? Because Hokuto no Ken is a 2,000-year-old undefeatable martial arts technique. Boom, established. That's it. He told you straight up. Undefeatable 2,000-year-old martial arts technique. That's it. That's it. But in a series like Misfit Demon King, it's all like, I became the magic that allowed me to resurrect me, which I attached to you because it had been done to me before, so I knew you were going to do it again, and that's how you fell for my trap card. Yeah.
Well, it is kind of how he resurrected himself the last time.
Yeah. So, Anno's playing 4D chess over here, man.
What was it? Using your opponent's attack to resurrect his source, but he
Yeah.
had to have been attacked by it once before.
Correct. Yeah. So,
Which explains why he let him kill him the same way.
yeah. Yeah.
Because he knew, I'll just resurrect my source in a minute.
He's on that
Just hold out till
that respawn timer like it's Overwatch.
Yeah.
he's just sitting in respawn watching the gameplay from Canon's camera. Like, no, Canon, use your other technique. That one's on cooldown. Okay, now I can respawn. Oh my god. There you go. Figured it out. Misfit Demon King explained.
uh,
But yeah, no, it was good, and Anos was supported with the female cast, and props to his choir too, man. Those
oh yeah,
guys,
singing throughout that whole last battle.
yeah,
There's explosions and they're just singing.
they're just singing the war hymns, man. Man, so and remind me too, they got powered up because of him, right? Like he infused his power with their voices or whatever.
It's a magic spell
Okay,
where it basically uses like everyone's love
okay,
to power them up.
okay.
And seeing as how they love him a lot, it does a lot of boosting. Which is why when during the test he was like, I only need 8 people, and he told them to go ahead and sing.
Yeah,
That was why he was able to defeat them when they had like 10 million people. Also, he said that those 10 million people's cries and everything were not as potent as the ones Canon had when they were around 2,000 years ago, because there wasn't really like a war going on, and
it was forced
it was kind of forced.
versus the fan club.
Yeah, the fan club who's just like, you want us to sing? Okay, we got a whole book of songs for you.
The picture book too, the Anos picture book. Just grab your photo shoot. Oh man. And you know what? Say what you will about Canon. I'm not even gonna call him Lay anymore. I'm calling him Canon. Shout outs to him, man. He got himself some demon waifu.
Oh
That's my
yeah.
boy, man. The interspecies, whatchamacallit, politics right there.
Hmm.
Some diplomacy, interspecies diplomacy. Go get him, Canon. That's how you do it.
Also, good job on tricking me because I thought it was that one dude they showed in that
His actual
his
lieutenant.
actual lieutenant who
Yeah.
was like, "Can I resurrect with you back in 2,000 years?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." I thought that was him the whole time, and then it turns out it was Canon. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
twist."
I said that to my other friend too. I was all like, "That he seems like Proto Arthur to me, though." And we talked about that too, right? Where I asked that. So I always had a, a hint that that was Proto Arthur or canon, and I was all like, "That doesn't seem right." Like the lieutenant guy, just he had a different personality and different demeanor, and Proto Arthur is canon and Proto Arthur are interchangeable, really.
Well, I mean, he did say that because his resurrection uh, capabilities uh, weren't as good as his,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't remember
Right.
really anything about himself from 2,000 years ago.
Right.
So it wasn't too far fetched that he would have a whole new personality.
Yeah, I get that, and they really hinted towards it too. They really, really were like not being subtle about it,
Hmm.
and then there was like, "Aha!" and I was like, "Okay." I had a feeling.
Well, they tricked me.
No, they apparently it's
They
not just you. It's
definitely,
not just you.
they
It's people like
definitely
me.
tricked me.
It's people like me too that just are kind of like, "You a hippy dippy dude, aren't you?" And yeah, you know, like I said too, I wouldn't say that I'm usually too keen on those. You know, I'm justice. I do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I'm the hero. It's like, all right, Link, calm down there.
Link wouldn't say that.
Well, which Link are we talking about? 1988 Link or Ocarina of Time Link? But yeah, um, yeah. So that's kind of what tipped me off. But yeah, they were absolutely trying to be like, no, that's not the hero. That's his bestest friend, the lieutenant guy with shifty eyes. And I'm like, I don't trust you. And it's like, yeah, look, how they're like bestest of bros, man. And I'm like, okay, but I still don't trust you. I still think it's proto canon over here. But yeah, yeah, like yeah, that's kind of what tipped me off. Is he was just way too goody goody. It just was just like that. And again, I had an issue with that from for a while now. I was just kind of like there was really no distinction between the quote unquote demons and the humans, and like they all looked the same. They were all like the same hair. They all had like the same. You know, there was no difference between them. So even when they showed like the heroes, which signified the sources, they all just kind of looked like humans. So I'm just kind of like, and I answered my own question though, because in Devil May Cry, everyone knows how much of a Devil May Cry tool I am. Look at Dante and Virgil. They are human. Their default form is human, and really, when they unleash themselves, they go in a demonic form. But I was kind of expecting that, but you know, they never really did that. So, you know, even Anos' parents just look like normal people, and I'm just like humans. I should specify because people in this world or universe means everybody. So humans, his demonic parents, just look like humans. And we did see more what I consider more traditional demon looking characters with like his lieutenants. Remember the
Yeah,
guy that like looks like King Hassan?
yeah.
And then
The one
the
that
other
became
guy.
a cat to
Yeah,
watch everybody.
yeah. And then turns out that he was Misha and Sasha's like ancestor.
Yeah,
That confused me. I was like, really? I guess so too, because he was the one who manipulated their birth, right?
yeah. He was the one that. I guess it was supposed to be what Misha was supposed to merge into Sasha and not exist anymore,
Yeah,
and make Sasha like super powerful.
Aisha.
Yeah, but yeah, they fixed that.
What's funny is that it's not until like what 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, really, it dawned on me that it was like Misha, Sasha. Oh shit, they have the same last syllable. I was like, yeah. So I told you I'm not paying attention. I'm not. I'm just kind of going through the motions. And it's I didn't even want to say anything because everyone's gonna look at me like I'm. not even here anymore. So I'm like, duh?
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then, and when he told me their fusion form is Aisha, and I'm like, why am I not surprised? But yeah, that's I think that's it. I think this, like you said, they wrapped it up with a nice bow, and
Got himself a third bride and 10,000
10
children.
10,000 kids. His mom's so happy, and then we celebrate with some mushroom gratin.
Yep. His favorite.
His favorite. It's not bad for a. Well, he's at least like 6 months old now, right?
It's gotta be. I don't know how much time has passed, but all that couldn't have happened in a month.
No. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it was cool. It was good. It was good. And like I said, I appreciate you filling in the blanks because I was
You know,
phoning it in for a lot of this.
now that I think about it, if they wanted to do a second season, they could focus on with the teacher, Amelia, who he turned into a half-breed, trying to get revenge on him.
Yeah. They still showed her in the opening credits too, like she was an important character.
Yeah, like she was.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I guess if they want to do a second season, they could do that if they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
That was my last thing. Oh, what was your overall grade?
Overall grade. I'd give it a B. I'd give it a
B?
B. It was a pretty solid B. You know, like I said, there was in the earlier parts, I was kind of like, okay, but I still kind of, I liked how people were just having fun with Anos as a character. Like I said, it was giving it serious Overlord vibes, and I think at that point when it didn't take itself too seriously, and I think you said it, and my other friend said it, and a bunch of people on my Facebook said it, how they just kept sharing that scene where Anos just kept exploding the guy until he proved his point, and everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, this is so great," and I was like, "Okay, that is pretty funny." So, but it was just kind of like it was stuck in that holding pattern where he's just OP and it's OP, and I was just kind of like I wasn't really connecting to the appeal of the show, but then once it kind of was established now that okay, there are people that can kind of go toe to toe with, because remember this was also kind of like the same concern I had with reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like who can stand up to Rimuru. Oh snap! It's what's her name?
Kizuna?
No, Milam.
Yeah,
Milam is here. Milam can stand up to him. Haha. Oh, she's a moron and she fell for honey.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take that back.
The one person that can stand up to him is now his ally.
Yeah. Lost to honey. Oh, okay. So yeah, so that was always kind of it. But again, and I also get it too that that's just a giant trope from like RPGs. You know, like when you start out, you're level 1 and you live in the village, but then by the end of the game, you're level 99 with 99 mega elixirs, and you have like Ultima magic, and you know nothing. You just snap your fingers and just everything's gone. I get it. That's the point or the joke. But when you actually put it into practice, it's kind of like so. But the other thing too is that Anos is also kind of like the bad guy with a heart of gold. So that also kind of worked in its favor too. So that's why it's like it kind of had a slow start to me, but it had a good finish. So
Yeah.
I give it a B. I give it a solid B. I would continue to watch it. So
Yeah, I think I gave it an 8. 8 out of 10.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. So season 2. See you when you get there.
Season 2. We'll see if they even do one. I hope they do, but we'll see. Like I said, it ended on a good spot. Or if they don't, I'm not going to be angry.
You're gonna be so angry. All your ancestors are going to be angry for you.
I know, right? All of them.
All right. Let's talk to the show that I'm kind of invested in. To Uzaki-chan.
Uzaki.
So we're gonna talk about the actual series itself, and then I want to do a mini rant tirade on the announcement of the second season, because I actually am kind of happy that this happened, but yeah.
Okay. What was the last episode we talked about?
Oh man. Ooh.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah. What's the last thing you remember? Did we do the beach? We did the beach, right?
I
Did we talk? We didn't talk about his mom or about her mom. We didn't talk about her mom.
No,
That's where we
I
stopped.
remember last time we talked about it, she hadn't arrived yet.
Yeah, that's where we stopped. So, Uzaki Suki is the best character. I don't care what you guys say. The best character. Absolutely the best.
Definitely not, but okay.
Okay, who's the best character? Go. Make your case.
I like Ami.
Eat. You're just eating it all up, huh? Eating it all.
Yeah, eating it all up as she's watching. Just causing a little bit of trouble,
Yeah, I was
stirring
gonna
the
say,
pot a
the
bit,
instigator,
and
okay.
just eating everything up as it's happening.
Muscle freak.
Yeah.
Hey, but on the last episode, though, she was trying to take over the shop from her dad. It's like, whoa, scumbag move.
Right? Like, I got a long way to go before I get the shop. Or maybe something will happen. Even Uzaki was like, well, that sounded really evil.
Yeah.
Because his back went out.
Yeah.
I knew his back was going to go
Yeah.
out, too. He was all like, nah, I got it. I'm not that old. But yeah, your back's going to go out.
Just destroyed. Hey, props to Senpai though about how he had a driver's license though. That's not an easy feat to do in Japan.
Oh, it's not?
No,
It's hard to get a driver's license in Japan?
it's pretty difficult. And then the upkeep and maintenance of cars is also like worse because it's really cars are nice, but cars are serious like status symbols. Like if you have a car, you're like pretty well off. So yeah,
Is that just in Japan?
just pretty much in Japan, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that's not much of a... I mean, if you have a fancy car out here, maybe. But...
Yeah. Oh, out here it's like you're basically expected to because, where are you going to go? But over there, they have the trains and the bus system that's pretty thorough. So getting a car.
And you would never know he had a driver's license because he never drove.
Right.
He always went on the train or like someone else was driving him or like when they went to that one city with the Detective Conan, like
no Kitaro?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the Nendoroid, like
oh yeah, I do. I hell want to go there.
Pretty positive it's Good Smile that's in that city.
Yes.
Because they had a whole like section of just Nendo.
Yeah, it was just deliberate product placement, and they actually called them Nendoroid.
Yeah, they did.
So normally they'd call it something else, like Pendoroid or something, to like avoid the copyright.
Yeah, what do they call them in Average Abilities?
Oh yeah, wasn't it like Pendoroid or something? Nendo Shiki or Nendo something.
Yeah, they called it something else, but
right.
You knew it was a Nendo.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, that was a cool little museum they had of just figures. And Uzaki's like, "Get me these 4 Nendos." It's like, what?
Dude, I'm like, next time I go, I'm going there. I have to go there. I'm like, all of that whole place sounds familiar. But honestly, isn't that the same spot that Tottori? Isn't that the same spot they were in Katanagatari as well? Wasn't that also Tottori? Remember we saw in the second episode?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I was all like, because it was so funny that we had just finished Katanagatari, and they were talking about, like, the desert right there in the middle of Japan, and then they're going to Tottori, which also was, like, right on the beach, right in the middle of the desert, and, all of this, and I was like, wait a minute, where did I just hear this? Well, yeah, I've never been there. But then again, I think that's like southeast, I think, of Tokyo. I think.
Probably.
I know it's definitely south. But yeah, I'm definitely down to go check it out. Jump on the JR line and go on and check out Tottori.
See it all in person.
Oh man, they go to the Nendoroid factory, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was pretty legit. And then I didn't know that was the Gegege no Kitaro town or city, but there was an episode in the most recent one because I was watching the most recent one. I think I stopped though around the 40s and it finished I think in like the 50s or something.
Okay.
But there was an episode where they actually did go to Tottori, but for the most part the series I think took place in Tokyo. But I guess maybe in the older versions they were in Tottori maybe, or Tottori had some sort of significance to the character or the lore or something. But I do know like the most recent one, they went to Tottori because I think that's where Mana's grandparents lived, if I remember right. But I didn't know that was like such a central like like
area.
yeah for them. Maybe that's where the forests and all of that were. So Gegege no Mori. So or is it Mori no Gege? No, I think it's Gegege no Mori. The Gegege forest.
Right.
But yeah, that was all like really interesting lore and all of that. And then of course the Detective Conan tie-ins too. It's all like okay.
Right.
So that whole episode, the whole like town or the city was the star of the show. So
As they were trying to get them together,
yeah,
because it was a town of love, couples, and everything. And they finally revealed it when they were going on some no, when they were at the shrine.
Yeah.
And they were getting their fortunes, and it was like love fortunes.
Yes.
And they're like, "This is the couple capital of Japan. We're definitely getting you two together today." Well, his friend was saying that anyway.
Yeah, Ami is like, I just want it to happen naturally.
Even if it takes a million years, I'll just have to live a million years in order to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. I don't know. She didn't really do much for me. I mean, she was funny, and I think I could see how people would become fans after the cosplay episode, the drunken cosplay and the karaoke. I can see that, but or maybe it's just the MILF factor too strong. Sorry, Hayami Sawori playing a MILF, you ain't gonna win. I'm sorry. After we were just dunking on Rachel like what half an hour ago. Yeah.
I don't know. 2 episodes isn't enough for me.
Of Hayami Sawori.
Yeah.
Super mom. Yeah. NTR me mom. Terrible. I didn't know she was that bad. That was but yeah. And then they used her as fan service to promote the Totori hot springs, and I was like, oh come on.
That they did.
Oh, come on. But yeah. Yeah, she came in and then, she's like, Senpai's totally checking me out. He so wants me. Oh, his eyes are undressing me, and he's just like, I want that cat.
I want to pet the cat.
So
And then every time him and Uzaki were talking, she always misunderstood what they were talking about.
yeah. Normally this is where I would say like, oh, she's just a pure innocent maiden, and it's like, no, not with Uzaki's mom. She's a lewd old lady. She's she's pretty bad, but that's why she's great. I have no shame. I'll admit she's best character.
Eh.
This guy. But yeah, this is it's funny too because this is when we're coming off of Demon Misfit into Uzaki-chan. You see that Demon Misfit kind of changed from the way it started to the way it ended. Uzaki was the same the whole time through. Like
Yep.
there was no character growth at all. They were all the same character from the beginning all the way to the end.
Well, Senpai kind of changed. He went from not wanting Uzaki around at all to being kind of upset that she wouldn't, when she said she couldn't hang out with him anymore, to like, okay, well, let's figure this out. What can I do to help?
Let me copy your test.
Yeah.
Copy your homework.
By the way, they tricked me again with that.
Yeah.
Because they ended the previous episode with that, and I'm just like, oh god, did we really need drama? Like, did we need this? We didn't need it. You did, and then the next episode, it was like, oh, I didn't do my homework. Can you help me? I was like, oh, thank God, there's no drama. Like they listened.
Roman thinks with his heart. Too much of a softie.
We didn't need it. There was no drama needed at all.
No, I know. I think I had I mentioned this with another show, I think like last year, where it was like that, where it was all like either stay a comedy or go drama, don't flip flop back and forth. I don't even remember what show it was, but yeah. And it was so out of character for Uzaki as well. It was just kind of like, does she really care about her own work? Sounds like more of a means to just hanging out.
Well, she had that smirk when he said that he'd do anything.
Right.
It was like, well, I mean, maybe not everything.
And this is the other thing too, is that I think if I remember right, she actually did have a friend, at least when they were in high school, and that's how she got into the swim team, and that's how she met Senpai.
Right.
And then she goes, oh, he has scary eyes, and she was kind of creeped out, but she warmed up to him because he started kind of unofficially coaching her, right? That's how he kind of, or she kind of loosened up.
Well, there was that, and she kind of saw how he was around everybody else, and he was always trying to help, and she was like, he's just a big softy,
Okay.
just with mean eyes,
Okay.
which I never get.
Right.
Like, I don't understand this whole he's got mean eyes, he's a horrible person thing that goes on in anime. Like, talk to the person.
I think and I don't know. This is my observation, so I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything, but I think that this also goes back to the whole culture thing. Is when in the Japanese culture you basically just are always blank face. Remember if you smile too much, they think you're crazy. And if you're angry too much, like Uzaki said, he's probably a scary person. Why is he always so angry? Like, oh, he's so mad, scary. So you just kind of have to have perpetually like resting bitch face in Japanese culture. So don't smile too much, don't be angry too much. But a nice common middle is what's appropriate for them. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of my understanding of it all.
Okay.
So that's why he's always got a scowl and he's scary. However, Uzaki won't stop laughing, so she's a moron. Two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Hmm.
Even though really she doesn't seem to act out that bad with anybody else.
No, Ami pointed that out too, because when they were talking, she was like, "You don't talk all slangy with me.
Hmm.
Is that only when he's around?" And then she
Sure.
got all blushy and ran out of the cafe.
Pure maiden.
Yeah. And she was like, I gotta lock her in somewhere so we could talk.
I like how when Uzaki wanted to get Senpai drunk, so she got him drunk and she fed him a bunch of food. And then they were like, "So what happened? What happened?" And they were like, "We can't recall." So they gave him cake, they gave him pie, and they were like, "Go on." I was all like, "Wow, that's the best bribery right there."
Yeah, because they woke up next to each other on the futon.
And what's hilarious too is I could be mistaken, but Senpai didn't even eat the cake. But in some of the scenes they showed Uzaki, she's just scarfing it down, no shame.
Well, of course, it's free cake.
She's a pure maiden. She's not an idiot.
She doesn't turn down anything free.
It's free cake.
I mean, throughout that entire show, it was always pure treat.
Yeah,
You're paying.
it's true. Buy these four Nendoroids for me.
Yeah, buy these four Nendoroids for me. At 40, $50 each.
I was
Maybe at a
about to say.
museum, $60.
I was about to say. I want to say that Japan doesn't mark up if it's like at an actual like retail store. If you were at like a secondhand store, like where I buy a lot of like this stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
then they can charge whatever they want. So that's where you might find it kind of like 40 or 60 depending on like how old it is it rare, the character, the series and all that. But if we go to like just a department store or whatever, and they have like their Nendoroids out in their action figure section, they're just going to sell it for the MSRP, which is like what, 45?
Yeah, it's
45?
usually around $40,
Yeah,
$50,
yeah,
depending on what's with it.
yeah. But still your point is valid. It's still, let's go expensive after tax and say $50 on the long end. So, yeah, it's about 200.
Yeah, she was asking him to spend $200
Yeah,
for
just throw
her.
200 on me, please.
And then she wanted food the rest of the time there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you guys might as well just be a couple.
No, it's not like that.
Well, he seems to be very adamant about that. Uzaki seems to be hiding something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so it's a wholesome show.
But I think I mentioned in one of my reactions that it didn't really matter to me if they got together or not. They make a good pair of friends.
Hmm.
But if they did, I wouldn't be angry at it.
So aside, okay, so we know that in Takagi-san they hooked up, they had a kid, they got married, and then their series follows their daughter now.
Yeah.
Did Nagatoro and Senpai hook up, or did Uzaki and Senpai hook up? Have any of the other two or three hooked up?
Uh, well, as far as Nagatoro, no hooking up yet.
Okay.
I think she got close to kissing him while he was asleep.
I think I remember that.
But
You saw that.
other than that, nothing's really. I mean, she doesn't really make him cry anymore. There's less
Bullying.
bullying and more just teasing now.
Okay. Probably
Uh,
because he saw how Uzaki was doing, and he's all like, "Yeah, maybe I should loosen up."
yeah, and they go over to each other's house sometimes. Like he took care of her when she was sick. She just took care of him while he was sick, which is when she tried to kiss him. Uh, I guess he just figured out, he just found out her first name,
What's her first name?
Hayase.
Huh.
Uh,
Was that a big mystery, or was that always known?
no, her friends have called her that before,
Oh, okay.
but
She's just given him permission.
well, I don't think he ever knew.
Okay.
Like I don't think he was around when they called her by her name
Okay.
because he asked her for her first name, and then I think he told her no, don't worry about it. And then her sister walked in and called her by her first name.
Got it.
So yeah,
So now, wrapping up Uzaki-chan, which one, or which one are you feeling more? Are you feeling more Uzaki, or are you feeling more Nagatoro?
um, it's hard to say because they're both different.
Mm-hmm.
Like Uzaki, I would say is just pure comedy to me. Like sure, there's a little bit of sneaking around going because of Ami and his friend trying to hook him up, but other than that, it's more just for the laughs. Nagatoro, while it is funny, you're more you're more seeing whether he or Nagatoro will say whether they like the other one. So it's a romance comedy more,
Okay.
I would say. So it's kind of hard to pick which one is better because they're both kind of different, in my opinion. Although I am really looking forward to Nagatoro.
Yeah, I think everybody is, especially after Uzaki blew up. As Takagi-san was an acquired taste, even though it was a good wholesome show, and it was definitely not as because Takagi is very calm, cool, and just very methodical,
Mhm.
versus Uzaki and Nagatoro, who are more kind of in your face, like senpai. But Takagi-san is more like, hey Nishikata, what you doing? Sitting there by yourself? Cool beans. And then shenanigans ensue. But yeah, Uzaki and Nagatoro are just like in your face.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's kind of like I still like Takagi. I think Takagi is still gonna always be up there because that's what I appreciate. But I think was Uzaki's pretty solid. I am still curious for Nagatoro because I think I like Nagatoro's design probably the best out of all the characters.
Uh-huh.
Because like as much as I like Takagi's personality, that forehead though, and Uzaki is good too. Obviously the Sugoi Dekai is nice and all that, but yeah, it's just I think it's a little bit too much because it's like the bob haircut plus the giant boobs plus the fang. I was like, you just tried to cram in all the moe designs you could think of and just put them all in one character, and she's tiny and all of that, and I'm just kind of like, okay. But I like the personality. Like I said, she's a pure maiden, and for as obnoxious as she is, she backs it up by actually being kind, being a cook, and being skilled at video games. Although she
Mhm.
kind of sucks at school, no one ever said she's terrible or awful at it, and she's apparently decent at swimming, unless I misheard.
Mm, when she was in the swim club, she said she wasn't a good swimmer, and she was only in there to be the
The
manager.
manager. Okay.
I think she tried to use it to get a little better at swimming because he did try to help her out a bit,
Right. Right.
but I think she was being weighed down by something. I don't know what,
Okay.
but
Okay. So there's room for improvement when it comes to her swimming, but she wasn't a rock. So yeah. So yeah, it's so Uzaki kind of backs it up with the personality. So and yeah. So and it's not to rag on the design either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to run out there and be like, look at my redesign. It's nothing like that. But I also will admit that there's a lot going on with that character design too. So that's why I kind of like the mom a lot better too, because it's kind of like Uzaki's design, but more like my style. Ponytail, opie, reserved, calm. Yeah. So that's
I
why.
mean, you had reserved calm Uzaki for half an episode.
Yeah, that's an episode. I had Uzaki's mom going all La Latina for like 2 episodes. I think that's the best way to describe it. I just came up with that, by the way. That was not written down. It never hit me. But now that we're talking about it, it's basically Lolatina. Uzaki Lolatina. But yeah. So, and yeah. Um, and we still haven't. There's not even the end to the Uzaki family because we met her brother for like a split minute at the end of the whole season, and then we haven't met her other sister, her younger sister, and we haven't met Uzaki's dad. So we got more to go. So we ain't even done yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. And same thing. I guess you could say the same thing too about Ami. Ami is also pretty competent too. So
Yeah, she
it's
knows what she's doing.
yeah,
She's planning ahead for the future,
but
taking
it's
out her dad
yeah,
so she can inherit the cafe.
patricide.
Yeah.
Now I am the king. Um, yeah.
Make him lift something extra heavy so his back never gets better.
But
Even
yeah,
when she was like, I'll take over for the day.
yeah.
No, close it. Stop trying to take my shop.
That was pretty funny. I like that. That was the first time because it was like normally the Ami and her dad are just more like instigators and just a little like, oh, so we can stir the pot, huh? Let's. But now, in a long while, you actually saw some interaction and kind of saw how dad really feels about Ami. Then again, he said it like really early on, like maybe the third episode, where he said that his daughter was like mischievous and planning or conniving or something.
Mm-hmm.
He said that. So well, it feels like forever since that happened.
Well, she's been too busy focusing on them
Right,
to really try to do anything else.
right.
Although I guess you could consider that kind of conniving since she's always trying to put them in situations that she can enjoy watching.
Yeah.
Like the whole cosplay thing at the karaoke shop.
Yeah, yeah. What's up with the shows always trying to get their groove on at karaoke spots, huh? Kanojo. Right.
And I also like how the show kind of said, it's okay to sing karaoke by yourself.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Yeah. but yeah. So yeah, I guess all in all, I can't really say that there's an awful character, and I feel like too I need to walk back a little bit of Uzaki's character design issues because it's not that I hate it. I did buy the Nendoroid. So don't get me wrong. I don't know if I might even buy the prize figure, but I think I'm more in it for the personality. I think I appreciate Uzaki's personality and the character behind the design more.
Right.
And she doesn't stay depressed either. She was a little sad that one episode, like, oh, and then she perked up again, and then she was back to being obnoxious. So
just needed to be complimented.
Yeah.
As Ami said.
Yeah. So
just compliment the hell out of her.
And actually, now that I think about it too, the Yukata Uzaki was actually a much better look on her than her default form. That form I was actually like, okay, I can work with this.
Yeah.
So, and long hair Uzaki. Make that a thing. Can we time skip?
Well, we have something to look forward to.
Yeah, time skip. Let's go.
I mean, by the time Uzaki gets that, her mom will be like 70 or something.
Don't tease me with the good time. Gilf. This guy. And she's a great cook, too.
No, that's where Uzaki learned.
Yeah.
And where he's learning.
Yeah. When they were making the udon noodles.
Oh, that's what they made, right?
Yeah. Like, ooh, man. Ooh, man. Like I said, it's good because I not to say that Hayami Saori hasn't done kind of like ecchi characters, but this one was just kind of like so over the top. I was all like, oh, this is great. She needs to get into this. She needs to do this more. Instead of being like a jerk like Rachel. Well, she was doing something else like last season too. But I'm not. We're not here to talk about Hayami Saori, but I am here to sing high praises to Uzaki's mom. So, and what's funny too is that Uzaki's mom actually had a hefty amount of fan art. And then when the anime got announced, then it just kind of like blew up. And I'm just kind of like that one where they wore the cow swimsuits. And that kind of like put her over the top. And I'm just kind of like that's where I really started to see all the art blow up and all that. And I'm just kind of like, okay, what's going on? And then they announced Hayami Saori is doing the voice, and I'm like, done. And I didn't know that she's 29 years old. I was like, really? For some reason, I thought she was like in her mid 30s. I thought she was an old school voice actress. Like, no, she's young. I was like, oh, 29 playing a 41-year-old. Let's go. In the manga, she's 42.
Oh, is she? Like now? Like
Yeah.
up to the recent one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what, she had a birthday?
I guess so. She aged.
Like Uzaki. Went
Yeah.
from 19 to 20.
Yeah. Time skip. We need another time skip. But yeah.
Also, good job on Senpai making her blush at the very end, saying that they were always going to be together.
Friend zoned. Well, kind of. We'll see. We'll have to see in season 2, right?
Yeah.
Right? Can I rant now on season 2?
Go ahead. Do your rant.
I'm gonna try not to rant too hard, but in a nutshell, so the episode aired the previous Friday as of the recording of this podcast, and so last Friday was actually really news packed. Like I don't know how much you were watching or paying attention, but like Uzaki aired, and then like almost nearly immediately they did that special with the voice actors for Sakurai or for Senpai and for Uzaki, and it was the standard typical stuff like thank you for supporting the show, we thank you for sticking around with us, it's a very difficult time right now with everything going on, but we appreciate your support.
Yep, yep.
And then they made the mascot cat, the guy when the suit came out, and they had the sign that said season 2 coming soon. And then you saw the voice actress for Uzaki. I keep calling her Satania because I love Satania.
Yeah.
I unironically love Satania. She's such a great character. But she starts freaking out. She starts flipping out, and she starts clapping and jumping all around. And she turns to try to give Senpai high fives, but no hand contact right now. And she's just kind of like, okay, fine, air high five, air high five. And apparently the guy that voices Senpai, according to the guy in our Discord, he's the same guy that voiced K-Doc in Fake Grand Order and FGO. And I had a little, thing about him too. But the issue is that, or the point that I want to make, not even an issue, the point that I want to make is that you see her expression and you see the joy in her face and the fact that people wanted to destroy that passion and that love for what the voice act for what Satania, the voice actress, was doing, and people are just like hating on it. Like they wanted to destroy the series. They wanted to because they hate the character. They don't like the character. They think it's obnoxious. They think it's dumb design, and it's just hate, like they're Jerga or something.
Yeah.
And it's just pure like I can't stand it, and people are liking it and having fun, and I don't like it, so I want them to be miserable like me. But it didn't stop her from having this joy and this happiness, and I'm like, that's the perfect ending to all of this just dumb stuff happening. It's like you can go with there, you can make your redesigns, and you can get mad that people are getting mad at you, but at the end of the day, the people that like it, the true fans, the true supporters, are the ones who will keep it going. They're the ones who will pick up the show and keep it running. And in this case, it paid off because they got a season 2. And the first immediate argument is that, well, she's an actress. She's probably good at faking it. I was like, you can't fake that. You watch that video. What'd they say? They said, what? Monica Rial got announced as the English voice actress. Where's her video of her jumping up and down? Because she got to voice Uzaki. Thank you, Roman. So where's that at? Was she? She's just probably like, okay, cool. I got a job. When's the check in the mail? But the voice actress for Satania, you see it, you hear it, you feel it. What's funny too is I shared a meme talking about that where it was like, it was Uzaki, where it's like the same 10 English voice actors doing the same 10 characters. Uzaki's not impressed, and then it's the same 10 voice actors in Japanese giving their heart in all of their performance, and Uzaki is satisfied. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And I thought that this was the perfect way to just dunk on the haters, They tried everything. This was even before it got announced as an anime, when they were just using Uzaki to promote their blood drive, and they couldn't stand it. And now look, they did 2 successful blood drives, a successful anime, merge is coming out, and we got a second season.
Yep.
So, if you don't like it, that's fine. No one's forcing you to like it. Just go find something else that you enjoy. But to just kind of want to perpetually bring people down, and again, just to cover this point one more time, Making a fan art is different from saying I made the character better. Look at my artwork. That's completely two different things. You know the difference. Deep down inside, when you made it and you were drawing it, the idea in your head is different.
It also doesn't help that your art is crap.
Roman's a little bit more brutal than I am. But I mean,
I'm no artist, but it was crap. I'm not even gonna.
he's not even gonna sugarcoat it.
No.
Not even gonna pat it. Just gonna give it to you blunt.
Yeah, that's just the way it was.
Fair enough. Roman is entitled to his opinion. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I just to the thought that people wanted to just crush that because they just are miserable. Because it's not a simple I don't like it. Because if it was like that, you could just walk away then. But it was that I don't like it. Why are people liking it? This sucks. Why? People are dumb for liking it. That's what irritates me. And when you see everything that the series accomplished, and then you see her reaction, that's not fake. That's genuine. That comes from deep inside, from loving what you do and enjoying what you do. And they've paraded that girl out. They were like when they did the collector's edition with the Uzaki Dakimakura.
Yeah.
You see her and she's wearing the Sugoi Dekai shirt, and she is not Sugoi Dekai. Well, in personality, she absolutely is mega burst or super bursting.
She was wearing the shirt during that video too.
Yes. Actually, and they were like different designs too. I'm hella gonna buy those designs. um, but yeah, again to think that people just wanted to just crush that because they don't understand it, they don't get it. You know, seeing people genuinely happy just kills them, and it's like you just then you're never gonna understand it. You're never gonna understand why Satania was so happy, why the fans meme it to hell, why our cosplayers are now wearing Sugoi Dekai. I don't know if you saw the picture of Shido from Fate, and he's got his chest is huge, and his shirt is now Sugoi Dekai because
Yeah.
he was basically wearing the Sugoi Dekai shirt, just didn't say Sugoi Dekai.
Yeah.
You know, and people are just having fun. They're just loving life and just rolling with it. And for people to just not get why that is, I'm sorry. You know, I feel bad for them. But you know, hey, that's where it is. And this is the beginning. Not even the beginning. This is more like the middle because it's been going on for a while. And this always happens. It always happens with shows like Shimoneta and Keijo and now Uzaki. Who would have thought? It's like, you know, people are just having fun and people just can't stand it. And it sucks, you know? We don't want to exclude anybody. We want everyone to come and have fun. But at the same time, too, if you're just not invested in it, then
move on.
Yeah. And no one's gonna be mad at you. But yeah. The other part too is the same thing. I've had the rant too about the voice actor for K-Doc from FGO because for us in FGO USA, he was one of the guest visitors for our 3rd-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were groaning on, in the forums like, oh, why K-Doc? Why can't they get like Aoi Yuki or Kugamiya Rie or anybody else? And it's not like because he also, same thing, he's invested in the product. When they said, hey, we're going to do event, you want to come? He's like, hell yeah. He showed up. When Corona's coming down and it's hard to get people to fly out, he showed up. At the 5th-year anniversary where they did it in like that skyscraper setting or whatever, or the restaurant, and Kuwashima is there, and Aoyuki is there, and Takashi Rie is there, and Seiki Tomokazu is there. And Seiki Tomokazu, who is like a 30-year vet of the industry, and he just had that face that was like, I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be. Why am I here? He's Gilgamesh, and he's just like hating life. He's like, why am I here? And then he didn't even stick around. Once they finished and they were gonna do like the group photo, he was cut out. And K-Doc, though, he was there, the voice actor for K-Doc, he came. And same thing with the guy who plays Arash. He was there. They all came, and they're all like passionate about the FGO project. And that's what it is. And he also plays the game too. The voice actor for K-Doc, he also plays the game. So he's passionate about the job he does. And in this day and age where it's hard to find people that love what they do and still have fun with it, when you do genuinely find these people, it's like you can't really. For me, you can't hate on them because that's just honesty. And people will try to break him because they don't understand it. And when they don't understand something, then they want to tear it down because it just doesn't make sense to them. And they're scared of the unknown. So, but, so, yeah, I know we hate haters, right? So yeah, that's why it's putting those two together and watching their reaction to the announcement of season two was just the ultimate icing on the cake. And I think that in our current society where cynicism is just like the most rewarded trait a person can have, and sarcasm, and I'm sarcastic. Everyone who knows me knows I'm sarcastic and
Mm-hmm.
schmarmy. But even I'm like, when someone is genuine, you go like, okay, I get it. And that's seeing what people have been doing, what these individuals have been doing to this show and this character, and it's just not working. It's just not effective. Tells me that the Uzaki-chan project is just winning. It's just winning, and they're winning by having fun. You know, I mean, 10 minutes ago I was literally talking about a character voiced by Hayami Saori that wants to be ravaged by her quote unquote by her girlfriend's potential boyfriend. Okay, and it's my favorite character in the show. All right, all right. And so, by the way, he only wants the cat. It's a different kind of pussy. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's basically my rant. And I was gonna actually post this on social media, but I was just kind of like I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't want to put anybody on blast or anything, but I think people have gotten the point by now. And if you haven't seen the video, please, it's on their official Twitter. It's not on the official Uzaki-chan because I think that's based for the manga, but I think it's like Kuso Cat. That's because damn cat because the cat's the mascot. That's the Twitter.
I think the manga has it translated as poop cat.
Amazing. Yeah, because Kuso basically means shit. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, that's funny that they censored that. Well, Kuso can also mean like damn or damn it, like so,
Yeah.
like damn. But yeah, but poop cat works too.
Mhm.
Poop is more of a literal translation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically, and I've been holding this in since Saturday too. And like I said, Saturday was a lot of news dropping because you had that, you had Kanojo, which we're about to get into in a little bit. All of them because they were all wrapping up and they were all like, boom, season two, boom, season two. The ReZero game I think got announced too on Friday. I just didn't know about it until yesterday, Sunday. But there was Friday because I guess Friday was basically the official wrap up of the season, right? And Saturday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the only other two we have, at least for us,
Got a high school.
Got a high school, which is today,
and ReZero, which is
Wednesday. Which hopefully by the time this is uploaded, hasn't aired yet.
Yeah. Yeah. But basically the weekend that just passed from the recording of this podcast is the wrap up for the fall 2020 season. So that's where everyone is just kind of dropping their announcements. And yeah, and so that's kind of my TLDR to it is when people are happy and people are having fun, don't be hating, please. And if you want to be sarcastic and schmarmy, I get it, but don't make it personal and don't take it personal. It's just anime. Nothing personal, kid. It's just anime.
Here's what I'm going to say.
So,
go ahead and try it again and see us get a third and fourth season.
Good point.
Maybe even a live action.
Maybe, you know what? I should have just said that. Damn it, Roman. I did this whole 15-minute rant that I've been keeping inside, and Roman just all like, no, I keep doing it. Damn,
Every time you try doing it to the blood drive, and what they do, they had another one. You tried doing it to the anime, we got a second season.
Also, actually, you reminded me too. What they did, their haterade actually fueled Uzaki fans and Japanese women. Remember the Japanese women were all like, what are you talking about? We are stacked like this. And they're all taking pictures and it's like, go on. Who would have thought that weebs, Uzaki fans, and Japanese women are united? Amazing. What diplomacy.
Right?
Building Uzaki-chan, building bridges, cultural bridges.
So yeah, you want to go ahead and do what you just did, then go ahead and do it. We'll just get stronger.
It's true. It's very, very true. Roman dropping the TLDR bombs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. And yeah, and I mean, I'm not even gonna be like super mad that it ended. Normally, I'm super depressed, but just the fact knowing that Uzaki just keeps winning, and you know what? I keep thinking of more and more things to say. Let me ask you this too, because I think you said you've been reading Nagatoro the manga, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The newest chapter came out today, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay. So you are caught up though.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, and this is even a general question.
Okay.
So if you think they got super salty over Uzaki-chan, how do you think they're going to react to Nagatoro?
Well, I think it's going to start off the same way the manga did. Like, remember when the manga first came out? Everybody was like, "I hate this character.
Mhm.
Why do we even have this manga?" You know, stuff like that.
Okay.
I think it's going to be the same way, and they're going to have this whole thing about bullying and blah blah blah. And then they're going to see her later on. They're going to be like, "I like this character. She's great," and it's just going to die down, and everybody's going to chill out and be like, "She likes this guy." So, you know, that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be exactly a repeat of the manga.
Okay.
People are going to see her, be like, "I hate this character because she's a bully," and then fall in love with her later because she's great.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have a whole thing about bullying, like on Twitter.
Bullying bad. Okay.
Right.
It's literally in the title. Please don't bully me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you go with the English title, it's "Please Don't Toy with Me."
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they took bully out of the title.
Oh, who did it? Who did that? Who's putting out the manga? This is the official release, right?
The official release. Oh, yeah. "Please Don't Toy with Me."
Oh, oh. I keep telling my mom, I'm like, it's a blessing. Madoka has blessed us because Russia hasn't invaded us yet. If I was Putin, I would have been like, firing the nukes. Send the nukes. They're at their weakest point right now. Their culture is destroyed. Send in the fighter planes. My goodness. Don't toy with me on. I'm worried. I'm worried, man. I might be downloading this show, even if it's on Crunchyroll. No, I don't think Crunchyroll has the balls to get it. I don't think they're even gonna put it on Funimation. Oh no! What's up?
Who knows? Maybe they'll buy it.
Monica Rial is Nagatoro.
Right.
Oh, this is anti-bully herself.
This is Vertical Comics.
Please don't toy with me. Ah! Why would you do? Oh man, is it just gonna be all mosaics whenever she's like messing with her? Or they're just gonna bleep out all the words like "you bleep, senpai, you're so bleep" when it smells like you're just so awful. Instead of "you sucks" with the "you bleep, senpai."
Thankfully, they haven't done that because I do have the first volume.
So. Oh, I'm talking about the anime.
Oh, the anime?
Yeah.
Well, Funimation might do that. And then they'll be like, "This is too much. We can't do it anymore." Like, go the way of
Ishizoku
reviewers.
I heard they also censored the Azure Lane Blu-rays too. I didn't even know that they actually showed actual buboobs in Azure Lane.
Well, they state they haven't, but we'll see. I'm not trusting Funimation until the Blu-rays come out, and even then, I'm not gonna buy them.
Absolutely. Jeez. Wow, I did not. You just dropped a nuke on me, man. Don't toy with me. I'm worried. I'm concerned. I am honestly concerned, man. But this is why I gotta reiterate what you said, dude. You don't stop. You don't like fighting with Uzaki-chan. You don't stop the fight because this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna keep doing modifications like this, edits, changes, and they say, well, it's not censorship. I just say censorship as like a blanket term, even though it's not like full on like mosaics everything. Right. But this is still basically censorship. And what's funny is that the name "Don't Bully Me Nagatoro" was so relevant and meant something all the way to the original mangaka that you said in his own story that even he felt bad. That even he was like, I know it's called "Don't Bully Me Nagatoro." Even I felt like she went a little too overboard with the bullying. So it's like it's a dude, right? Or is it female?
I think it's a dude.
Okay. Even he, for now we'll say he, even he's fully aware that bullying is bad and there should be limits. So it's not like he's just like, ha 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 ha, I'm a masochist, ha ha ha. Or no, it's a sadist, right? Sadist is the one that likes doling out pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's not a massive, like, sadist, like, suffer for me character I made.
Yeah.
So it tells you that even he's just like, okay, I have limits. But they're all like, no, we're not even going to mess with it. Don't toy with me, Nugget. Oh. I go on Crunchyroll and I'm all like, new series this season, don't toy with me, Nugget. I'm going to laugh. I am going to flip out. You're making me want to Jack Sparrow this series, man. You are making me want to. Remember when we did the manga episode? And I said that's why I didn't buy the Tenjo Tenge releases from when DC Comics bought it, and DC Comics was putting them out, and they censored like all the nipples and all that. And I'm all like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy this. What are you talking about? You kidding me? And now it's all like, if you're gonna change the official anime name, it's gonna be on Crunchyroll as Don't Toy with Me, Nagatoro. Yeah, I'm gonna go and Jack Sparrow it. So, okay, Roman, you're making me pick up the banner again. Where's the Nagatoro Nendo? Let's go. I need to.
Not out yet.
We need the Nagatoro Nesoberry.
Well, they got a figure.
Really?
Yeah, there's a figure coming out.
Oh, it's coming out. Okay.
Coming out, yeah.
Hey, when the Neso goes live, you tell me.
I will.
I will boom in a heartbeat.
Nendo, I'll let you know when they come out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Nagatoro army rises. Again, too, it's also like, it's like a Pokemon evolution where it's like you start out as Takagi and it's like, oh, that's kind of cute and harmless. And then you get to Uzaki and it's like, all right, you're getting kind of annoying. And then you get to Nagatoro, it's like, all right, bitch. Stop toying with me. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Oh. I'm going to get on social media now and I'm just going to throw a bitch fit. I can't believe that. I did not know that. Oh, man. When is it coming out? Winter, right? January?
I don't even think they announced when.
Oh, just
Let me
next
take a
year.
look.
Just next year. Okay. Oh,
Man.
man. Now I'm flipping out. Now I can't. Thank you. Thank you for dropping this knowledge on me. It's like, oh man, Nagataro's coming out. Don't toy with me on Crunchyroll Hime.
Release date.
Oh man.
Right now it just says first half of 21.
All right, it's a spring.
Yeah.
All right.
But no official date yet.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah, that's I'll leave it there. But yeah, I think you get the point that Uzaki represented more than some short girl with big boobs, Sugoi Dekai. She represented just having fun in anime. And, as long as if everyone's going to question that or say that it's bad, then I'm going to just keep fighting against it. So.
Yep. Final grade.
Oh, that's definitely an A- for me.
For Uzaki?
Yeah, A- for Uzaki. If we get a Uzaki's mom spinoff, A+.
They do have wall scrolls.
We need the
I think I shared one with you of her in a cheerleader outfit.
Oh man, the official merch?
Yeah, it's official.
We need Uzaki, Suki, and Mamako crossover. Make it happen. Make it happen.
So you want Mamako to try to get Uzaki's mom to start a relationship with her?
Yes. Yes. Do you love your mom and her two-hit abilities wanting to play? Yes. Wants to hang out. Yes. Give us the crossover we deserve.
What did I give it? I gave it a 7.8.
What were your gripes with it? What'd you knock points off of?
Well, kind of like what you were saying, not too much character development or anything like that.
Character's basically the same from the first episode to the 12th episode, yeah.
And I think the animation a little, but not too much because you don't really need amazing animation for a show like this.
Yeah. What's funny too is when you mentioned the animation is that's not even something that is like, oh, wait until the Blu-ray comes out. And I'm like, can't see how they would improve that too much.
Right.
Because it wasn't really like super actiony, like there was a lot of scenes in motion or anything,
No, it's just them hanging out, doing like sometimes playing video games.
Yeah, I can see that.
In the manga, she keeps a tally of everything that he's grabbed.
Wow.
They show him one of those little side panels. He's got like boob grab. smack my butt.
All these instances of abuse.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got the first 2 volumes. I'm assuming that the anime ends on the 3rd volume, because I don't think the 2nd volume introduced the mom yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to just start with the 4th volume.
Oh, 3rd volume.
3rd volume.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think that's when she'll get introduced.
All right. Excellent. Thank you for doing that homework and saving me $20, $10 a volume.
I usually get all my stuff from Right Stuff, but they haven't had anything like restocked in a while as far as manga. It's like, because they're usually cheapest, even compared to Amazon.
Got it.
And they're always having sales, which is the best part.
Got it. All right, I'll have to check them out.
But I had to get them from Amazon because they haven't restocked.
That's probably why we keep selling out.
That one, Nagatoro was out. Gal Gohan was out. Basically everything I looked at was out. Golden Kamuy.
Golden Kamuy I always got through Amazon. I would actually pre-order those. Like, when it comes out, just charge me and send it.
Yeah.
But I am super excited for that 3rd season.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Golden Kamuy right there. Right above Dragon Maid. Which is also next year. Damn, next year is super stacked.
He's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Kanojo.
Final series.
Yep.
Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Yes.
So I had to catch up because I was 3 episodes behind, which were the final 3 episodes. So I watched all of that Saturday.
Okay.
Recorded it all into one video, which now I'm a little disappointed in because, like I said, it takes forever to do 1 episode, and now I got 3 episodes in 1 video to do. So yeah.
Still like Mommy-chan?
Who? Are you talking Madoka Magica?
He just erased it out of his memory.
I mean, she did not help her case in that last episode at all. No, not one bit.
She was gone for like 2/3 of the show. She comes back at the very end.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, gets called out.
Yeah.
And
then she does nothing.
Just nothing.
That's between me and him. And then walks off.
And it's like, so are they trying to imply that? It seemed like it was. I always love using this example, like cells at work when they tried to make you sympathize with cancer. And it's like, is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to make it sound like Mommy has a reason for being such a bitch?
Well, if you go by the people in the comments, there is.
Okay.
And I said in my video, I don't care what it is. She's too far gone. I hate her, and it's not changing.
So you're saying that Aoi Yuki did a great job of being the villain?
I'm saying that she at least played a semi-interesting character, unlike Madoka.
Ooh. When they were in the karaoke room with Chizuru and Mami, I actually said that when Aoi Yuki goes full Shuten, that's a bad sign.
What was it? Oh, God. I didn't talk a whole lot throughout that episode because I was just getting so mad. Like, she's talking to Chizuru, like, being all fake and everything. Yeah. I'm like, look at who's talking! Everything about you is fake. Your fake way of talking, your fake smile, everything about you is fake.
Claiming you care about other people. My boyfriend. I'm happy that he got another girlfriend.
He could have been like that. I'm happy he found somebody else. But no, I'm going to break him up. Because how dare he find somebody after a month of me breaking his heart? He even said it, you have no idea how hard it was for me. To his friend as he was beating him in the face. But she doesn't really care, does she? No. After what? After he saved Chizuru from falling off of that boat, the ferry, what? She stopped talking to him. Like, apparently it's been a year since since Chizuru and him have been pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Because she said it's been a year.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
What was she charging? Like $200 every Wednesday? Man.
Yeah, but it was a lot because
Yeah.
he wasted almost all of his college money just on her.
I'm gonna crunch the numbers real quick. Let's say 252 weeks in the year. $10,400. That's and that's saying just saying it was $200.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not including everything in the date. That's just to rent her.
right. That's yeah, exactly. Because she doesn't pay for the meal, she doesn't pay for the train ticket, she doesn't pay for any of that. She charges him for all that. She bills him for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
When they go to the cafe to have like war room strategies, she charges them for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we have a lot to discuss aside from that because like they finally introduced Sumi.
Sumi, who
So
I'm going to say right now, I didn't have enough to say much about her.
fair. That's fair enough.
They only gave us an episode.
Right.
You couldn't have brought her back for like maybe a little bit of the second episode.
But the fact that Takahashi Sumi just met mommy and instantly her bitch dar went off. She's all like, "This chick's bad," and instantly I was all like, "Okay, Sumi might be nice."
I mean, she was great for what we saw, but
Yeah. There's
I
more.
need more than an episode.
You know what? Actually, when you put it like that, that explains why she was popular enough to get her own spin-off manga. She deserves it. I can see like, that character being popular enough to warrant that. And I actually kind of spoiled it because there's one of the Kanojo groups on Facebook actually are sharing the manga chapters as they come out and get translated. And I was just kind of like poking my head into one of them, and it actually was the one that was not covered in this season. And there was an interaction between Kazuya and Sumi, and it involved Chizuru, and it was just kind of like, okay. Because I think they're like on, what, chapter 110 or something? Something like that.
Of the manga?
Yeah, in the manga.
I am not sure.
This was like, maybe like chapter 107 or something. But the point is that she's still out there, and she's still like doing way more than what they showed her doing in the first season.
So she's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, she still has issues with talking and all that, but she's doing her best. And the other thing too is that I actually, so she's dressed in kind of like the sailor Fuku, and I'm like, okay. And my earliest descriptions is like, oh, she looks at Chizuru as a senpai, and I was like, I swear they said she's 17, and then they come out, she's like, no, she's 19 and in college, same age as Chizuru, and I'm like,
yeah, because Chizuru said in the episode that she was in college.
I thought she was still in high school.
Also, there's 17 volumes of the manga. Jeez. I don't know how many chapters they have per volume, but I think the thing I was looking at said they were up to 154 chapters. Which that's a long time to stretch out a whole thing like this.
That's a very long burning dumpster fire. It's a very, very long. It's not even a dumpster fire, man. That's California. That's how big that trash fire is. But
man.
Yeah, that's oh man. What was I saying? Where's I going? Sumi, right?
Yeah, we were talking about Sumi.
Yeah, Sumi apparently has a lot more character depth and all that, and she's doing her best. And we learned more about Ruka, and Ruka's doing her best. And I think that Ruka, and I said this, I think the last time we talked about this, but now I'm going to reaffirm it, that Ruka's honesty, I think, is what makes her best girl in my book. Because she knows, but she's still like, you can be better than what you are. And she doesn't give up. And I think that her falling for Kazuya, the main character, is kind of like, but she hasn't given up. And I respect that. But she also kind of knows her position too. But the fact that she's not giving up, I respect that.
Okay.
And then I was also going to mention too, when you were talking about the length of the manga, that you reminded me that, remember that 2 years ago in 2018, the voice actor for Kazuma from Konosuba, he did his voice as Kazuya for the commercial for the manga.
Yeah.
I would love to find that on YouTube or something just to hear it. But yeah, that tells you that at least for 2 years now, this has been running.
They were doing a promo for what, the manga?
Yeah. So it was like a TV commercial, and they were just kind of like doing a voiceover, and then he was the voice. So and then that's why when the anime came out and the character was like, "Damn, this sounds like Kazuma from Konosuba." It's like, no, it just sounds a lot like him, but it's not. Different guy, two different guys.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's been running for a while, but that's a very long burning trash fire. Um, but yeah, so but Ruka Ruka deserves happiness, and it sucks that and this was my thing too, that I think Chizuru kind of fell off in terms of the ranking, especially after Sumi showed up, because Chizuru just won't step up. But and I know too that it's like, well, we're all a bunch of like macho guys, right? So why doesn't Kazuya step up? And it's like, well, let's be honest, he never will. He doesn't want anybody to hate him. So he can't settle on one because the other one, they'll make someone else mad or sad, and he can't have that. And so it's like,
Like there's no way around it.
no,
At least in this situation.
that he put himself in.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard too, because and that's what Chizuru's been saying. She's all like, I get it. You're depressed. You experienced a breakup, and it's emotionally draining. I can help you, but at some point you got to move on, because I'm a rental. And so he's all like, she said all of that, and so it's like that meme of Friends, where it's all like rental, rental, girlfriend, girlfriend, rental, girlfriend. You're my girlfriend. That's what it's like. And he just doesn't get it. And it's like, dude, you're ruining everybody. And I'm gonna be honest too, that episode where he let his best friend take Chizuru out on a date, that weirded me out.
Did it?
Yeah. That weirded me out. Like, this is my girlfriend. By the way, go take her out on have a night on the town, and it's like, yeah.
So did you think he was doing it to what? Why did we do that?
Because he cares about Chizuru, right? And he views Chizuru as like his unofficial girlfriend, right? So why would you just willingly just be all like, here, just treat her like your girlfriend for a day?
Because in his eyes, it was the only way to show that he wasn't the only one who had a rental girlfriend. That Chizuru wasn't his actual girlfriend like he thought. It was she's
Right.
a rental.
Right.
Like Ruka was.
Right.
So you know my secret, I know your secret.
That was something that he didn't need to like rent Chizuru out for. That if he wanted to do that, I think he could have rented someone else.
Yeah, but I'm sure he also wanted him to have a little fun, because he's been down in the. What is he gonna do? Come up and just say, Chizuru's a rental too. He's
Yeah.
not gonna believe him. Why would he believe him? He's just gonna think he's just trying to make me feel better.
Well, because he has Ruka to back up his claim. Ruka also is
Ruka
like,
wouldn't even go over to apologize or say anything about it. She stopped him from going over to say something about it.
stopped Kazuya from.
Yeah, when he jumped out the window.
Yeah, but I think that Ruka's calmed down since then.
Not really, because in that very same episode,
Mm-hmm.
he said, maybe you can go and apologize or something, and she's like, no, that's in the past. I was only a rental.
Right.
So
So
she wouldn't. No, Ruka wouldn't do it.
I
So the only option they really had was he could either go over and tell him,
mhm.
and his friend will not believe him, and just be like, whatever, blah blah blah, and just go on to be depressed again, or actually show she's a rental by having her go on a date with him.
Yeah, but that's where it's like getting into both of their heads, because it's like, are we more than rental and client now? And even though they're not officially saying it, it's basically where they're both at. It's just neither one of them will have the balls to step up and admit it. And so that's kind of where I have the issue with, is that he treats it like it's a real relationship. But when it's convenient, it's all like, no, we're not. Here, you can go date my friend for a minute.
Mm, it is her job.
Yeah, and that's also again why it comes back to that where it's all like they haven't established the actual boundary. I mean, technically, of by the work standard, yes, but they don't really follow that rule because too, if you were that supervisor of that dating operation, wouldn't you be like, hey, Chizuru-chan, why do you keep having the same client every Wednesday? What if someone else who wants to, pay more, take you out longer? What if they want to book you? Again, without reading the contract, I guess we don't know what's the clause or stipulations of her job, but
I don't see why the agency would even really care as long as she was getting.
as long as she gets paid, yeah.
Yeah.
But something, just I don't know, something like flags would be raised about that. But yeah,
I mean, are you saying that these girls can't have just like a regular client?
mm, it's hard to say. I would be if I saw that, I'd have to look into it. A different couple of different things. Like one, is it consistently? Is she basically getting paid? If she's paying me, I'll probably not take it super seriously. But if, for instance, Kazuya was like, I'm gonna take her for 2 hours on Wednesday, right? That was their thing. But then someone else comes on, is all like, I'll pay double the price and take her out for 5 hours. Then I'd be like, that one.
Well, I don't think it's the agency that decides. He just
Right.
puts in for the date.
Hmm.
It is scheduled, and then they have to do it.
Right. See, and that's kind of like where I'm like, again, I would kind of like, if it's about money, you would be going where the money is. It wouldn't be like, who's your personal taste. I don't want to go with this rich guy. I want to go with this dork over here. And again, without knowing what the
Well, I mean,
contract
if
or
the rich guy
stipulations.
really wanted to go out with her, he'd just pick another day.
What if Wednesday is the only day you can go? See, this is what I'm saying. It's so complicated. This show's a trash fire.
Not really,
Yeah.
but okay.
But yeah, it's like that. It would just be suspicious. If I was the manager or the supervisor, I'd be like, But to an extent, again, because as long as you get paid, who cares?
Right.
But then that goes to the next, like I said, comes back to my other issue, which is just like, okay, well then you're my not unofficial girlfriend, and I treat you like a girlfriend, and I cry because you give me a Christmas gift. By the way, go date my friend. Oh. Then it comes back to you don't really think of her as a girlfriend. She's still just it's a service. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty positive if you had another way of doing it, he would have done it.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's that episode just.
I'm not saying he liked it
Yeah. That's
that they went out, but he wanted to make sure his friend was okay.
okay.
He wanted to make sure that he wasn't depressed.
Okay.
He wanted to look out for him like his other friend told him to do,
Hmm.
and he felt like that was the best way to do it. He was all depressed about Ruka and that they found out that she was a rental and it wasn't actually his girlfriend. And I mean, they talked about it before. Like, she even told him, go and tell him, which is why he snuck out of the window to go and tell him. But at this point, with as long as it's been, it probably wouldn't have mattered if he told him, because why would he believe him? Because then you're just going to think he's just lying to me.
Yeah, that's when again I would explain that that's how I know about Ruka and that's how I know about Chizuru and all that. And I would explain the connection and just be like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't say that about Ruka, because Ruka came out and said to him, thanks for renting me that day.
Hmm.
So it's like, well, I mean, she told you that she was a rental.
Right. That's what I'm saying is that you can bridge the connection between Ruka and Chizuru.
But one thing that always gets me,
Yeah.
do these people not like search names?
Mommy did. 12 episodes.
That was only after she saw Sumi. I
Right.
was like, this is kind of weird. Let me look her up. And then saw it. Like, none of these other people are like, I wonder if she has a Facebook. Search the name and then find this profile. Like, it's not that hard to just type in a name.
Right.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that now when they're going on a date. They're like, let me look this person up and see if they're okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And I'm pretty sure a friend will be like, let me just check them out really quick. Just to be sure.
Is that why you hate Mommy and Aoyuki too smart? Too smart for this show?
No, I hate her because she's a witch. with a B.
Look at that. Aoyuki got Roman to say the W word.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, no, yeah. Well, so Chizuru though, that's what I remember. She used the two names, Mizuhara and then Ichinose.
Yeah, but they only know her as Chizuru.
Right. I mean, yeah. Well, but it's the same point though. It wouldn't matter if you're googling her name because her profile on the dating site would have come up if she really was.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like none of these people thought to look up her name, and
Yeah,
it would have
yeah,
come
yeah.
up that she was a rental.
Right. So, because her college name was Mizuhara, and then her rental profile was Ichinose.
Right.
But no, yeah, a simple Google search would have
Would have solved everything.
yeah, cleaned this all up.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to be angry with like mommy. You had to have that Jerga level anger to finally use Google on these people.
Some unwarranted anger, in my opinion.
That's jealousy.
Again, you broke up with him.
It's jealousy. No one is allowed to be happy if mommy is not happy.
Right.
Maybe she hates Uzaki too.
Probably does, because Uzaki's out having fun. Gonna try to break up her and Senpai.
Stupid Sugoi Tekai bitch.
She's the one that kept Uzaki from doing her homework. So they wouldn't hang out for the rest of the summer.
Hanging out in front of me with a bunch of jerk offs. Oh man.
I hate her so much.
You like that article that they said about the Don Quixote promotion and how her stuff wasn't selling? How did that make you feel?
I was happy about that.
Nice.
I was like, at least I'm not the only one who really hates this character.
Like I said, even you gotta hand it to Aoyuki, man. Even when she's being the bad guy, she's such a convincing bad guy. People legitimately don't like her. And usually, a lot of people are like, especially with these harem shows, they collect all of the merch. Like if there's a set of 4, you just get all of them to have the whole set. But the fact that people specifically were like, I'll even take Sumi, the character who hasn't even shown up yet. I'll take her over the bitch. That's pretty telling.
And then what? At the end of that episode, they show her what in a car with some dude.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is boring."
Yeah. This sucks.
It's like, what are you just incapable of falling in love with somebody? Is that your issue?
She's done excited unless she's ruining a relationship.
Apparently. And even then, she's got like a super mean look in her eye. Yeah, she's tweeting to herself or something. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, her handle was Mendoksai, so what is that, like liar? At liar. So, and then on top of that too, I don't know if you noticed it, but when she was tweeting, did you ever see that it had the lock symbol? So it was on private.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say if it was, well, so there's two things, at least in Facebook, right? You have the globe, which means anyone.
Yeah.
And then you have the people symbol, which means
Certain
friends.
Yeah.
And then you have the lock symbol, which means only me.
Right.
So, like you said, she's just tweeting to herself. So.
And even in the opening, she's tweeting to herself.
These deep dives.
Yeah.
But so just doing analysis on rental girlfriend.
It's like, it's been a year. Get over it.
God. Even her brother was all like, dude, grow up. And she had a brother. That was shocking too. But
yeah, well, she mentioned him once, but I thought she was lying about that guy.
Oh, that's right. He was like, yeah, can I come over to your place?
Like,
Or no, she invited him. She invited him.
Yeah, she invited him over, and she's like, "Oh, no, sorry, my brother."
Yeah,
is,
right.
Yeah.
Man, that was forever ago too.
That was episode
like
2,
3. Yeah,
2 or 3.
It was 3. It was the intro of 3 because episode 2 was after the bar scene.
Oh, right.
At the it's good to say the izakaya.
Right.
And that's where the first moment where I was just kind of like, Aoyuki, why? Why, Aoyuki? No. Why? She stepped on my heart. She ripped it out of my chest like Simpsons, and then just held it in front of me, and it was just all like, "Who's Mother Queen now?" And I'm like, ah.
And what was it? Was it the last episode? No, second to last episode, where she was like, "Why am I even hung up about this guy? I just went out with him for whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you didn't really care. You just went out with whoever you was there at the time.
Right.
It's just ego, I guess.
She should try being a rental girlfriend.
She should. She's fake enough. So
Man, brutal. So what if it comes out and it's all like, oh, it turns out she has like a heart condition like Ruka? Would you feel more sympathy for her?
no. Just because you're dying doesn't mean I have to feel sorry for you.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. Whoa.
If you're a
Whoa.
jerk, I don't care if you're dying. You're a jerk.
Okay.
Ruka, she at least, I at least kind of feel sorry for her because she's trying, Like you said, she's doing her best. She hasn't been a complete jerk. Like maybe the first time we saw her when she was all, prove you're a couple. I was like, ugh. Why you like this? After seeing her after a few episodes, like, you're okay. I can get on board with you. But mommy, no. What did I tell your friend? It'd be better if I'd appreciate her more if she just dropped dead.
Yeah.
So that would actually be best for me. If she has a heart condition, good.
Well, the heart condition doesn't exist.
I know. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't care, people.
wow.
Stuff like that. You still have to prove yourself for me to give you sympathy. You have to be a good character, a good person. I don't care if you're sick or not.
Absolutely savage. All right. Well then. So,
I was about to go off on that one dude who was trying to defend mommy, who mistook her for Ruka, by saying that she has a heart condition. I was like, who cares? Why does it matter? Just because she has a heart condition, I have to feel sorry for her or like her?
oh, the guy in the comments section who had it twisted.
Yeah, he thought it was he was trying to defend mommy,
Yeah.
but confused her with Ruka.
Yeah, he was trying to defend Ruka, but
No. He was
yeah.
trying to defend mommy because the post was about mommy.
Yeah, correct.
And then he's all going on about, but she has a heart condition and
right,
this and that,
right.
and the dude's like, no, that's Ruka.
And then someone came in and corrected him and said, no,
and
that's
he
Ruka.
goes, oh yeah, that's right. The ex-girlfriend sucks or something. I was like, okay, good. You at least fixed it.
So when you first saw that, what did you think? He was talking about a manga thing or something, or?
Yeah, I thought maybe they had revealed that she did have like some kind of heart condition. I was gonna be like, so who cares? Just because she has a heart condition, I have to feel bad for her.
Roman
She's
was
still
over
a
there.
horrible person.
Roman was over there typing like Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty.
I was getting ready to, yeah. I was getting ready. Cracking the knuckles.
Omae wo mo shinderu.
But then I saw that they corrected him. It was like, oh, yep, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, you messaged me about it, and I'm like, yeah, that dude ain't all there. Leave him alone. The fact that he was even able to recognize there's two different characters, he probably would have been like, no, there's only one character, and they're both massive bitches.
Right? Yeah.
Ruka Nendo win.
Ruka, I could feel sorry for because I kind of like her now. But mommy, I don't care. Whatever she has.
Yeah. Because you're actually not wrong. When Ruka debuted and everyone was like, she's kind of standoffish. What's her problem? And then it's kind of established, and then, she doesn't really know how to take a relationship because she doesn't really hang out with people to begin with. So she's figuring it out as she goes, and she kind of loosens up. And, yeah. And then to even answer your previous question about why she wouldn't apologize to, was it Kibe? No, Kibe's the other guy. To the friend, she probably doesn't know how. She doesn't understand what's the importance because she just never probably had to do it. So like, why? Why should I apologize? What's an apology? Don't know how to do that. I do know that you raised my heart rate though, so let's go. Yeah. So what's funny though is that someone like her was taken in the rental girlfriend agency, but someone like Sumi, who seems to have more knowledge and more research, just a shy, timid personality, she's more like underrated or undervalued than Ruka was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that stuck out to me. So like Ruka was not even trying. Sumi was trying. But Ruka seemed to be more popular at the agency than Sumi was.
And yeah, Sumi, unfortunately, I guess the fact that she was so shy and wouldn't talk much, and people, I guess, didn't like that too much.
So I do want to I'm gonna sidebar for just a moment, because there
No
was
sidebars.
no
No,
sidebars. Only sidebars if we're gonna hate on Mommy-chan.
right. No, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So Takahashi Rie obviously is also Emilia,
Yeah.
and also we were in the most recent episodes, and we'll continue this conversation when we talk about ReZero. It was revealed that Daphne kind of came out, and all that, and so I had a conversation earlier because there was a friend of ours who just caught up. He was like way back, like almost like episode 11 of season 1.
Yeah.
And he just got caught up. Like he's been watching nonstop for like a week and a half now.
Right.
And he just got caught up to like all the witches arriving.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said that Takahashi Rie's got tired of your crap. Now Emilia smash. So now I'm just thinking of Sumi, and I'm all like, when Sumi smash?
You didn't see it
No.
when she grabbed his hand and went.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, because I screenshotted that, and I was all like, okay, that's what I want. I want Takahashi Rie to beat up Aoyuki. I was like, it was like 11 episodes for the past 10, 11 episodes. Yeah, I wanted Amamiya Sora to beat up Aoyuki, but no, that was all a mistake. Now I want Takahashi Rie. Get her, Emilia. Smash Tanya. Isekai Quartet. Let's go. Or I guess Megumin, but Megumin wouldn't last, I guess, in that fight. So I'll put my money on Emilia.
Oh.
Emilia versus Tanya. Let's go.
Plus, if he wanted to keep Mommy off of their case, he could have just said, "She's a friend of Chizuru's. I'm just showing her around."
I like how she she basically underestimated him. She's like, he's a loser, he's a dweeb, and now she's like, wait, how do you get 2 chicks? So I'm like, well, shows how much you know. He's a dweeb, right? He's a loser, he's a dork.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? So
girls like that.
Yeah, $200 a pop, that'll change their mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, and I don't know, maybe that's the theme of this whole season is girls that try really hard are the sweethearts. They're the ones that get the pass. They get the ticket, the golden ticket.
Yep.
So, but I mean, I agree. But everyone has the same issue that Sumi showed up for an episode and a half. It's not enough time to make a judgment call and all that. But it's almost like they had the intention all the way from the beginning that season 2 was coming, because right after the episode aired, they had already shown like the commercial, like season 2 coming with all 4 of them. So Amamiya Sora, Aoyuki, Toyama Now, and Takahashi Rie, all of them were like there, and they were like season 2 coming. But did they say next year or just that it's coming? Because they definitely have enough material to do it.
I think just that it's coming.
Okay.
Let me take a look.
But yeah, those were the 2 major anime announcements that were like sweet. Actually, funny enough, I keep saying Amamiya Sora and Takahashi Rie, but now in the ReZero game that's coming out, Amamiya Sora is going to voice the OC for the video game. It's like the first character they announced.
Oh, for the ReZero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
getting Aqua into ReZero.
That'll be fun.
Did you watch that other OVA for ReZero? I know you watched the one with Amelia.
Bond, yeah.
But did you watch that other one?
No.
There's a Konosuba reference in there. Was it Subaru's talking about why it's so cold and everything, and he talks about the Winter Shogun, and they cut to the scene where they're there with the Winter Shogun. Kazuma's on the ground. Darkness has her sword out.
Wow.
So it's all drawn like ReZero.
Is it super serious like ReZero though?
They just show the Shogun walking and the scene of them standing there. I think Kazuma or Megumin or whatever on the ground, and then it cuts away.
Okay.
So it's just that one little scene.
Okay.
Of the Winter Shogun.
Nice. It's good to see that they're buddies, ReZero and Konosuba team.
Yeah. Well, I hear the authors are friends.
Oh, really? That's funny. So,
yeah,
can you imagine that conversation? You'd be all like, so, did you kill Subaru again? Yeah. Did you give Kazuma any happiness? Nope.
So yeah, it doesn't say when it's coming out.
It's coming? Alright. Alright. God, can you imagine if they did that Kanojo dating sim?
I play it.
Because I don't know if you saw it, and I don't know if I shared it, But you saw that Villainess, All Roads Point to Doom, it's getting a visual novel.
Yeah.
And it's made by the guys that made Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh, is it?
And so I'm like, Harem Root. Oh yeah, no, I did tag you in it. I did share that.
Yeah.
Because I said that too. I was like, only acceptable route is the all harem route. Chicks, dudes, everybody, the teachers, everybody. All Uber harem route. That's the only acceptable answer. And I believe they said that is coming to the States too. Or it got announced too. Because Tokyo Game Show was last week.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's where all these weed games came out of.
Probably.
So, but the fact that like the ReZero game is actually coming out on Vita, or not Vita, PS4, Switch, and Steam, that caught me off guard. I was like, no PS5? Alright.
I might get it on Steam. It's
Steam?
a visual novel type thing, right?
Yeah, but the PS4 one is the one with the collector's edition. Maybe the Switch version.
What does it come with?
It's like art book, little acrylics, like a bromide or a wall scroll, I think. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up in a second.
Cool.
But yeah, we need a Kanojo dating sim, and
Yeah.
I'll go the mommy-chan route.
And then she breaks your heart at the end, no matter what you do.
Yeah, and then it's the end. Not even bad end. It's like that's just the mommy ending.
It's like, sorry, I fall in love with someone else. We're breaking up. Bye.
The end.
Big smile on her face.
Save New Game Plus. Oh
Like,
man,
wait, what? I did everything right.
Scumbag Aoyuki. Oh man.
Ugh.
So
yeah.
what if like second season comes out and it turns out that mommy just like rescues cats out of a tree, like at a burning building, she's rescuing cats. Would that change your mind?
Well, then all I think is that she's throwing them in a lake. In a bag somewhere.
This guy. Merciless.
Like, she doesn't want them to burn, she wants them to drown. I doubt that's the case, though.
Oh. Yeah, everyone knows she'd just eat him.
Right?
No cat's gonna have fun swimming on my watch. Man.
Sorry, I've fallen in love with another cat. Goodbye. Get out of here.
So yeah, and I think too that all of this going on with like Ruka's more dedication and Sumi's introduction and Sumi doing her best, I think that explains a bit why Chizuru kind of fell off the rankings. Because it's just kind of like Chizuru, obviously Kazuya lacks the testicular fortitude, to quote a wise man, to announce the relationship. So it falls on Chizuru. And Chizuru's pretty powerful in her own right. So it's like, step up, speak your feelings. Because he's not. He's a giant wuss. But Chizuru knows how to take care of herself. So, but that frustration that she just won't is that why I felt people were just like, okay, you know what, enough.
I thought he finally got a sack at the end of the episode.
Right at the end?
And then they give you that after credit scene. And she's like, what do you mean by that? As a rental. That's what I mean. It's like, oh, you I want to punch you right now.
Oh, man.
She wouldn't have turned him down.
No. It would have been happy ending right there. It would have been the end. You know what, too? And I want to... Did you see the Otosuki, like, OVA ending thing that they did, like, a month ago?
Oh, the OVAs that came out.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them yet.
So it made me also, like, just like Uzaki-chan, have this big, like, in-depth perspective thing, too. And it's just kind of like, you have Amamiya Sora, Aqua, and Chizuru. And, she's pretty, like, tough and all that. But when she comes under pressure, like, Chizuru just kind of, like, can't make the call. She can't pull the trigger. But then you have Tomatsu Haruka as Ponzi, and Ponzi takes crap from nobody. Like, Ponzi is queen bitch. And it's just for me the power of both voice actresses. Like you have Amamiya Sora, and she's always kind of the like I'm kind of tough, but I'm also kind of weak, and I'm kind of like ee. And then you have Haruka Tsumasu, like nah, bitch, my world, my rules. And it's just kind of like that. My observations between the two, and I'm like,
I still like Cosmos.
oh, you like that old school samurai talk?
Yeah.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair enough. Funny, and then in both series though, Toyama now plays the blue-haired character that supports the main character in both series. Oh man, they're
The
just
the blue-haired one in Orisuki is the reporter, right?
no the one that works at the izakaya, the one that works at the food
Okay.
stall. Yeah,
Where he works.
yeah,
Okay.
Joro. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's Toyama now. And yeah, poor Ruka-chan. Ruka's just absolutely doing her best. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, in that very last episode, I was hoping that Mommy and Ruka were gonna meet and just fight it out. I was all like, she got a
Oh,
bad heart. She ain't got nothing to lose.
that's what I said during my review. I was like, if this was Ruka, Ruka would have been in her face. She'd have been yelling at her. She would have been. She wouldn't have took her crap.
Yo, to put it in perspective, that would have been Ibaraki on Shuten violence. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Unfortunately, that would never happen because Ibaraki loves.
Like a sister. They're sisters.
Yeah.
And
But
I bring that up because in FGO USA, as of this week, we're about to get our Halloween rerun. But then at the end of Halloween, at the end of Halloween, at the end of the month, we get our Halloween 4 event. And that's literally what that event is Welcome to Oniland. And they do those cutscenes where it's Ibaraki and Shoots Adventures in Oniland. And they actually like do it like on next week's episode, and they do that whole like, wait, you can't give those things. The recap is about, or the what is it? The preview is about to end, and then Jikai next episode, and then all that, and it's literally Toyama now and Aoyuki doing all that, and they actually animate the thing. So be prepared for like a 1.7 gig download because you're downloading actual anime onto your phone.
nice.
Funny enough, I don't know if you could play those back. I'm pretty sure you can though. If you go into my records and play, yeah. And we get them with subtitles too, so I'm looking forward to that. Unless they say, please don't toy with me, Shuten Doji. Then I'm done. I'm deleting the game. I'm not. You can't even have my account. I'm deleting my account.
You won't even just give me the account.
Please don't toy with me, Mommy-chan. No. Deleting my account. Nobody gets it.
I think the best thing about this new Halloween event is it's not focused on Elizabeth.
She makes a cameo.
That's fine, but it's not focused on her.
Yeah. She actually has like the visual K where she's got like pink and black hair and she's got like the gothic Lolita. And that's her whole purpose is to complain about why she wasn't in the event. And so then she becomes a boss fight. But yeah.
Oh, cool! I get to kill her too.
Yeah.
Nice.
A boss fight. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. So that was another sidebar. But yeah, the point that I'm trying to make though is that not only all four voice actresses are veterans and they sold the hell out of this series, and it's not a big wonder why this show became so popular because I'm gonna be honest, the premise is dumb. This is a dumb premise, and I remember reading the interview they did, at least that was it Crunchyroll did with the guy, and they were like, "So did you go and like research this before you did?" He's all like, I think he said he did it one time. He rented a girlfriend just to do the experience, but most of his other research was just by like Googling it.
Just reading comments, reviews,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, because he said the actual like the renting the girlfriend thing wasn't really the big focus. What it was the relationships between the characters. That's what he was focused on. That's what he wanted people to like view and see how this one interacts with, and the heartache of breakups and starting new relationships and all that. That's what his focus was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, they didn't really focus too much on the rental thing anyway.
right. When you
Maybe
look
the
at
first
it,
few episodes.
yeah. When you look at it, yeah. And then even at the end of it, you can see that Mommy-chan was trying to use the rental aspect as like a cudgel to just beat Chizuru over the head with. Like, bitch, who are you? You just a rental. Yeah. And that's actually what I saw a lot of comments were just kind of like, oh, prostitute, prostitute. And I'm just like, okay, that's just mean.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I honestly I couldn't tell if these people were just because it's hard to tell sometimes. It's not as blatantly obvious as like Uzaki-chan haters.
Mhm.
So I couldn't tell. It's just kind of like I can't tell if you're being edgy or you're being serious. But yeah, I have talked to some people about it, and they're just kind of like, yeah, it sounds like a bad, terrible thing, and I'm like, you're right, but it's great. So
What, the anime in general?
yeah, the concept of
Yeah.
rental girlfriend. That's why I keep referring to it as an absolute trash fire. But it's when you just can't stop looking away because it just snowballs out of control. And right out the gate, or in the first episode, if it wasn't for Amamiya Soda going just aqua on Kazuya at the aquarium, aqua at the aquarium, I think I would probably have lost interest in the show. But it was so funny just to hear Aqua yelling at someone like Kazuma yelled at Aqua. That's what I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm invested. I'm in. Sign me up, fam. And then, like I said, Shizuru, her intentions are good, but it's also like what I was just saying earlier about being an actor and all that. And in her case, it's like she claims she's an actor, but in these instances, she's not acting. Just like when I said Satania's voice actress wasn't acting, Chizuru was. But at the same time, too, it's also like no one is calling out the other one. So, yeah.
Right.
We get hollow instances of Kazuya renting out his quote-unquote unofficial girlfriend to his friend to cheer him up. And it's like...
I'm still not agreeing with you on that one. But...
It's just not something I would do.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah. It's trash fire. I need season 2. And I'm actually gonna go all the way to, and you can look at me disgustedly if you want, but if I see any mommy merch, I'd probably buy it. I need to complete the set. If they put out a mommy Nendo, I'd probably get it. Which I don't know if they're going, if they are. Then again, she's on the cover of the second Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So she is still a major
I
character.
like on the manga too.
Aoi Yuki she just does it, man. We have our dude in the Discord. Like, who's your favorite Kanojo? He's all like the Aoi Yuki one. I'm like, okay. Alright.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna get the Sumi manga got announced. I wonder if they're gonna turn that into an OVA though.
Guess it depends on how long it goes. They could just do another series.
It's true.
If it goes on long enough.
I think what also helped me too is that little part where Takahashi Rie was explaining Sumi's day, and then she's all like, she gets depressed that she's terrible at being a Kanojo, so she just watches Pretty Cure with her cat, and I'm like, how can you not like this character? How can you not like Sumi? But yeah. And she does it all in her Emilia voice. Emilia's just kind of like, eh. But then Sumi's like, aw. And then Emilia, Sumi, aw.
Well, I'm... Oh, no matter what.
But only for those two, huh? Because you're not... I mean, I don't know how you feel about Mashu, but Mashu just... Eggplant doesn't do much for me. I like some of the things that, like the designs and all that. Like, her price figure, the Camelot price figure for Mashu actually looks legit. Like, I'm probably going to pick that up.
Right.
But, like... And I got, like, the Mashu Nendo. But...
Well, I like Mashu, but compared to all the other servants, it's just like there's so many better personalities
design,
out there. Yeah. Like
fighting capability.
Just the typical Kohai character, just as a what is she? Not a full-on servant. What do they call her again?
Demi-servant.
Demi-servant.
Right.
Just a demi-servant.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you got characters like, Arturia, Castoria, let's see, Arturia Lily. No, I'm kidding. You got characters like Jan Alter, you got Shuten, you got Penthesilea, Cleopatra. There's just so many better ones out there. It's just Mashu's just she could be your wife from the beginning, but then you're like, oh, I like this one better.
You upgrade.
Yeah, you upgrade to like Nido Chris or something.
Definitely an upgrade. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you. And that's kind of why I don't know. That's
It's like what I know I mentioned this before. I don't get attached to voice actors. I get attached to the character.
oh yeah, absolutely. Likewise.
Like I know there are some who will be like, she's played by this voice actress. I love that voice actress. I love this character no matter what. I'm like, I like this voice actress, but the character is horrible. So I'm gonna go with this character instead.
Fair.
So I don't know if there's any voice actress that I'm actually that I like every character for. Uh,
Okay, but no, continue.
I don't think there really is. Um, like I can't even remember their names really. So sorry. So it's like, how can I even be like, I like this voice actress when I probably don't even remember her name? I only remember some of the names because we talk about them all the time.
You're welcome.
Like Takahashi Rie or Aoyuki or um, that's about it.
Those are the big two.
Or Amamiya Sora now because
Aqua.
Aqua and Chizuru.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't even remember their names, so I can't really be attached to like the voice
fair.
actress.
That's fair. And then the guy that voices Barasu, he also voices Klaus from Fate Apocrypha, and Zell from Ishizoku Reviewers. Like I said, I'm sure he's a hentai voice actor, but he has no problem doing lewd and crude roles. So
Right.
I'm sure. But the last episodes of ReZero is just kind of like even I felt bad for him. I used to have no problem calling him an absolute moron, but now my heart goes out to him. But yeah, no, and I agree with you because like I said, I think everyone's on the same page with Aoyuki as Mami-chan.
Yeah. Well, except for the dude on Discord, and I think you're one friend who's trolling.
Yeah, but we put him in that position because he absolutely refuses to watch it because I think I might have mentioned it to you, but it felt like it just hits a little too close to home for him because I think he might have been in a Mami-chan esque relationship.
Oh yeah.
Not calling names or anything. This is my knowledge. Yeah. You know, one of those all like, I'm so in love. Haha. It's like, yeah, we'll be together. What are we going to name our kids? Oh, and then 3 weeks later, yeah, we should break up. I think that hit a little too close to home for him.
Okay.
But that's why I keep, I'm a jerk and I keep kind of rubbing it in his face and making fun of him. And like, just watch it. But yeah, and that's understandably rough when it's supposed to be an anime and it's supposed to be fake, but it resonates way too hard.
Right.
Like to go back and use the ReZero example, none of us exactly are going to be isekai'd and be in a death loop. So that's not, we can kind of laugh and have fun um, with it. But when you're watching something about relationships and breakups and dealing with that, and then that can destroy your interest in wanting to watch it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Yeah, it's just kind of funny seeing him be like, "I love Mommy-chan."
that's me. I'm the one that keeps saying he loves Mommy-chan.
Okay.
But no, I think he's in the last couple of weeks, so he's kind of embraced it, and then he's just kind of like, I love toxic women. Don't make fun of my toxic women in love fetish. And it's just kind of like, whoa, all right, it's just a joke. But yeah. But okay, man, do you? Someone needs to take him.
Right.
Roman's not going to take him. Take him.
I've had a couple. In like two different ways, but yeah. My only two girlfriends.
Yeah. You had a Mommy-chan.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not gonna get into it, but they weren't great.
Okay, that's fair. Now it understands why you wouldn't shed a tear if you found her in a ditch. Got it. All right.
Right. I'd actually just kick her in the drain.
Jeez. All right.
Get down there.
All right.
Have at it, rats.
Okay. But yeah. Season 2?
Season 2.
Let's do
Coming sometime next year, maybe. We'll see when they actually announce it.
9 out of 10.
You gave it a 9?
9 out of 10. Will by Nendos.
I forget what I gave it. I think I give it an 8.5. Yeah, an 8.5. 8.5.
Higher than Uzaki, huh?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just because it actually got like me mad.
It made you feel something?
Yeah, it made me like I really liked Uzaki because it made me laugh a lot, but
Yeah.
I also really like shows that actually get some kind of reaction out of me.
Got it.
Like not just ha ha ha. Like if they can make me feel like an actual emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You remember emotions?
I think I once upon a time had them.
Yeah. Doesn't happen too often now, but yeah.
One wife who's just as good as the next
Yeah.
one.
When a show can make me feel something, then even if it's just anger, then yeah, it gets a little ahead of something else.
Well, I feel bad for any Aoyuki roles in the next season's shows.
Well, maybe I should find a character that I like, other than like Diane from
Yeah,
Seven Deadly
Seven Deadly
Sins.
Sins. Yep.
Or shooting. I like shooting too.
But okay, actually, well, hold on.
Yeah.
You also just reminded me one other thing too. So, Toyama now actually is in ReZero as well. So Toyama now does the sloth. That's the one that's all tied up, right? The one that's in the coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her too.
No, she's Gluttony.
Gluttony. Thank
Because
you.
she created the rabbit, the whale, and
Yes.
the serpent that
Yes.
we haven't seen yet.
Yes, that's also Toyama now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, cool. That's all
I
I
don't
got.
know who's Sloth. Sloth is the one that what?
Sloth.
Mekhet?
Yes, Sekhet.
Sekhet.
Yeah, and that's the one that she's an older old school voice actress. She caught me off guard because she voiced Tokiha Mai from My Hime. I don't know if you remember that one.
No.
That was one.
I remember it, but I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that we watched with our friend Jose because he was the one who recommended it, and our other friend Will.
Yeah.
So that was like when I saw that on her list of characters, I was like, whoa, that's old. Bringing it back, but yeah. So, but yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So, well, we'll continue the ReZero talk on the next one.
Right. Yeah. I can't blame me for not remembering her name. She wasn't Minerva, so. Yeah.
The Sanzang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. We'll talk about that on the next one.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about ReZero.
So, all right then. So wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So we'll continue this. We got ReZero got a high school in the next one, and then what to expect for fall.
Right. You'll probably know a few to expect from me because by then I'll have released a few videos.
Cool.
But I have to actually check to see the release dates because I'm pretty sure some of them are going to be releasing later in the month. Some of them I know are coming out as early as the 2nd. So, yeah.
So what I'm going to do too is I'm going to continue to research on the Discord. So like people, if they say check this out, I'm going to start putting up the previews, so the PVs. So likewise, if you're when you're talking about your stuff, just throw it up on the Discord. So,
Cool.
'cause, like I said, I don't know what I'm watching, and I get all my stuff off memes. But if you guys already know it's going to be hot and great, just tell me ahead of time.
I completely forgot that I don't know if it's a reboot of Higurashi is coming out next season too.
Yeah.
I might have to add that.
Good.
Because I know people have asked me to watch the original one, which I'd already seen. Right. So I might do the reboot if that's what it is.
Cool. And then we got the next viewing party, and that'll be to be determined.
Oh, also, Gallon Dino comes back next month as well. I'll be picking that back up so we can finish it.
Cool. All right.
And yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to watch for the next watch party.
Cool.
Most likely a Halloween themed one the closer we get to Halloween.
Cool.
But for next, we still got to discuss it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Look at the Discord. Look to the page.
Yep. So until the next time, bye.
Peace out.